Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Roll for Chaos. Here we're with a brand new show and lovely new cast. We've never seen these people ever before. That's a lie. We've seen them all the time because they're amazing people, and we love having them here. That's what that is all about. Thank you very much for the gift subs, McSherry. Appreciate that. So we are here with Wraithe today. Brand new campaign, a bunch of new characters, and some returning faces, albeit a bit strange and changed, maybe, from the last time that we might have seen them. And here to tell a new story, which we'll get into as we reveal things. But the first thing we're going to do tonight is, hey, we're going to remind us who we are and who we're playing to our audience, and maybe ourselves, and then we'll be jumping into tonight's events. And just revealing what the show is all about, who's going to be on it, all that kind of stuff. So the first up is going to be based on a random roll. And the first one to go today is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That is Steven. El Deviant Devil, you're up first. Who are you? Who are you playing? And what can we expect in this season, you think?
Hey everyone, I am Steven, also known as El Deviant Devil, and I am reprising the role of Ayden, but some things have changed. He is now gifted, and so he has Abraxas that's looming over him, but Abraxas is quite diminished, and he's kept in a little box where we like him. So we're going to see that wonderful struggle. Right now, Ayden has the advantage over him, and hopefully it doesn't change, but you never know how things will turn out. So we'll see.
Yes. Of course. It would be interesting to see how you play this one out. And who's going to come out on top? Either Ayden
insinuating I'm evil. I mean, I am villainous, y'all, so we'll see. I'm going to try really hard to be good.
We'll move from there to the recurring face of Stratful and Nohu.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stratful, playing as Nohu, the Grand Adventurer. Side job as a tinker whenever something needs to be repaired or, upgraded. And last we saw him, he was getting a job from the Empire to discover, find out, or just locate the most dangerous weapon in the whole known Aether sphere. What happened to Nohu? Did he succeed? Did he fail? Did Ty completely forget about that and we didn't really do anything about it, and I'm about to, pull everything out of my ass? Find out soon enough.
I mean, if you want to take that lazy route, it's a lot easier on me. We could just... moving right along from there to Sinan and Cal Rhonin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sinan, playing Cal Jester Rhonin again. It's nice to revisit this character. I'm very excited. I was probably one of the characters that I had the most fun playing. Actually, I love every character I play with Ty. No, all of them. But I'm excited to play this one again. And but this time, instead of a Jack, Cal is a scoundrel. So I'm excited to try an entirely new class see what happens. It's all about bullshitting, which is very exciting to me. So we'll see. Oh, it's so exciting.
It's gonna be a stretch for you. I mean,
I don't know. If I get a new character.
I get to be like, oh, I got finger guns. You're gonna die if you don't do anything. If you don't do what I say, and I can roll for it. And there's like a skill for it, not finger guns, but
it's like pocket robbery. Yeah.
I love it. It's so good. Or I can pretend like I'm stronger than I am, and I believe it for a second, and then I freak out over who I might have hurt. It's so cool. I'm excited.
Well, looking forward to seeing what crazy stuff you pull out of the scoundrel. We had a scoundrel last season, and that was interesting to deal with as well. Oh my goodness, robbing everything blind and just smart talking everything, and then being the hero of the day. That's how that turns out. So we'll move right along from there to Shannon Glitzy Gamer Nova. Well, excuse me, Star.
Well, no, hold on. Yeah, just a second. So I'm Star, definitely not Nova. No one could recognize anything through this black wig. As I learned from watching lots of Lifetime TV, that a black wig is the ultimate disguise when running away from domestic violence or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I'm Shannon Nova. I'm reprising my role. I actually don't know what I am. I guess I'm an elven princess lady running around and everyone's trying to get me. And I was gonna hit on an old joke, but I didn't. And yeah, so I'm really excited to play Nova. I'm still in Akata, which was my class prior. If you want an Akata, you can pick it up on Drive to RPGs, an additional class on Aether and Steamworks. And yeah, it's very, very exciting. I picked a couple of new skills, kind of like respect my tree or whatever you would say, whatever game. Anyway, so yeah, I'm very excited. I'm happy to play Nova. I could probably say I'm excited 100 more times and say a bunch and say yeah.
Well,
so, I'm excited. Yeah.
I'm glad you're excited and stuff.
I'm wearing lots of layers of clothing and I'm really hot.
That's problematic. Yeah, I'm also wearing a couple of layers and have our heater on like 10 feet away, and I'm now starting to regret that decision.
Sinan's got the right idea. I just didn't have the chest hair for it.
Let's just take them all down. All right, and moving right along to Anna, Sanctum Cosplays, Birch.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna, also known as Sanctum Cosplays. I'm playing Birch. She's very different than who I played last time. She's nice and isn't the worst. That's all I can give you about Birch, because Birch doesn't really know what Birch is doing. She's here. She's here, and she showed up in some flowers, and that's about all we got. And also my boss is in the chat, so hi, Adam.
Hello there. All right, Sanctum Cosplays, you got 2 aces from
advantage of having my boss in the chat.
And moving from there, we're gonna go over to Rob. Robbie rolling an era.
That's me. I'm Robbie Rolling, the former scoundrel, now second gifted, who's way worse at magic and many other sanity-related things. I'm just a good your friendly neighborhood Baji who's definitely just a Baji and not an Incadus. Don't worry about it. Gal's an orc. I'm a Baji. Case closed. And I'm excited to be incomprehensible at best.
Incomprehensible at best. When you live Groundhog's Day every second, that could kind of throw somebody for a loop. So
we live by the house that movie was filmed at.
Really?
We live like 30 minutes from the Groundhog Day house, and someone tried to sell it for like $4 million, and no one bought it. I don't know why.
You live in Puxatawny?
Surprise, it was not filmed in Puxatawny in any way, shape, or form.
I've been lied to?
This whole
You're
time.
high.
It's like Hollywood.
Why Hollywood?
Fake.
Why?
I can't believe it.
Surprisingly, the reason Puxatawny was just not that pretty was the actual reason. They were like, "This is an ugly town," and then moved somewhere else.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Well, with that finished, we shall be moving on to our game for tonight. So the very first thing that we see is a bit of starlight in the background. This twinkling of the sea of stars outlines the hair kind of flowing in the non-existent wind of Admiral Cal Rhonin, standing on the prow of his ship, staring out into the void, looking as imposing and big as he possibly can before Nova walks up beside him and like slaps him on the shoulder because he's doing it again.
I mean, I don't.
He's acting bigger than he needed to in front of just the crew that knows everybody.
You know, if you puff up too much like that, you pass out. You get all lightheaded because you're not breathing.
Well, but leadership. They need to know that the captain is the captain.
Well, I think breathing's probably a captainly trait. But you're an admiral, by the way.
Yes, Admiral. Admiral is the Admiral. Even more, even just for this reason specifically, I can now hold my breath for about 10 minutes.
So,
that's really good.
As the two of you are talking there, we see Muriel Elliott walk over beside you. Muriel is the first officer on the ship. I shared an image of it, of course. Muriel has been Cal's first officer as long as the Sparrows have been a thing, and have indeed prior been a lieutenant in the Crimson Sparrows before the previous fall. Meticulous dresser, humble and quiet-spoken, generally capable at a little of everything, but not happy with unlawful behavior unless it benefits those in need. Muriel excels at finding causes that she then sends on to the captain, often helping direct their actions. As Muriel walks over to the side, seeing the two of you talking, she just like pats Nova on the elbow, just pretty low. She's a gnome, and goes, "Oh, give him his thing. It makes
Hold on
him
just a
feel
second.
better."
He's at 7.5 minutes. I mean, I'm pretty impressed so far. He hasn't fallen over.
He's tried going longer than that before.
It's 8!
It's 8? Well, that's not. All right. Well.
Gotta break that
It was
record
only
sometime.
7 minutes and 30 seconds.
I know, right? He just thinks it's 10. It's fine. We let him think that. And to be perfectly honest, we sometimes challenge him to that when we want him to just be quiet for a minute.
Anywho, what's going on?
You hear a little bit of snickering coming from the side at the helm, where an old Skixon is kind of standing there steering the ship. The Black Whiskers, the pilot for the Zephyr, standing there. Started off with the Sparrows as a deckhand, rallying behind the new and greenhorn Cal Rhonin way back in the day. Stalwart supporter and ally, even when Cal has never bothered to learn his language and constantly misinterprets his statements. Black Whisker knows that Cal would be lost without him anyway.
No, I can get by in Skixon. I know enough.
So
Oh my god, I haven't seen that picture yet. That's so adorable. It's all surly.
I know, right? He shared it with me earlier today. It's so amazing. I love it. But yeah, never mind.
I have, a few images there that I've done today. So Black Whiskers kind of snickers over at Cal, and as you are using this vessel to traverse the void, heading towards your next destination, we see behind the ship a large, kind of murky-looking planet, dark greens and cloud cover, storms, and multiple ships kind of creating cordons and blockades behind them as they are traveling away from Myocenas, heading to the next destination unknown. Although there had been a letter delivered that Nova is currently holding in hand, and has been for a while, kind of pining over what to do about it, as she has heard from her mother that she's gonna be going somewhere real dangerous, and to stay away and to protect yourself and let me take care of this, but I want you to keep my hat because it's very important and I'd hate to have something happen to it. And that in code means I might not come back.
I think what that meant in code was, follow me, I need help. Here's my hat for luck. Love you, kiddo. Mwah.
On the letter, of course, Cal, you recognize that at the bottom it says, whatever you do, don't follow me. I know that you're going to attempt to, but please don't do it. It's too dangerous. I love you. Good luck.
Well, I feel like since, she knows we would do that, yeah. So I feel like that's kind of a way of saying definitely do it.
Yeah, because if she had said, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to follow me, then we would know that we weren't supposed to follow her.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, because that would be, listening to the Empire, even though, technically mother or everything. But, listening to the Empire, no. So this is a way of saying, yeah, come here, for sure.
Absolutely. See?
At the front of the ship, as the two of you are speaking,
great minds think alike.
You hear your navigator, Kemra, standing there, illuminating light kind of swirling around her as she stands over top of this object used to navigate through the void. And she turns back and goes, Captain, so I'm assuming we're heading for Zither based on the letter that Nova had shown us?
Is that did you not show it? I'm assuming it was shown, yeah.
I think I did. I don't think I didn't. I did.
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Do you want to see it?
But to be perfectly honest with you, sometimes I read things that I should not. It's not. I can see through the pages, so
Oh, really? Sure. That's really cool. You can see through the pages. Hold on, just a second. Snatch the Joker card from the top of Cal's head. Turn it around and say, "What's on the side of this card?"
Joker. She stands there, and you seem to be showering praise upon Kemra. Her cheeks kind of glow slightly from the inside, and the light around her just fades and becomes dark, so you can't see anything around her but just her face. The blush seems to draw more attention than it probably should.
just can you teach? I want to. That's so cool.
So wait, she shines like crazy when she blushes. Is that what's going on?
Yes, and all the light around her seeps into her to do that.
Oh,
Oh.
I can't see any stars. Are we in some sort of West void?
You see her like turn around and like move away, and as things kind of dim and come back to normal.
Well, don't worry about it, camera. There's no secrets in this ship. Yeah, I think.
What's your policy on your cabin at this point, Cal?
Well, cabin is its own little area. You know, it's
No secrets, but privacy is important.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So
new policy.
We see them talking. We see Kemra charting a new course and relaying the information back to Black Whiskers. Gets a couple of agitated scrapes at the back of his neck, shakes his head, and continues piloting the vessel. Muriel walking around and telling what ship's crew to do what, and Cal and Nova standing on the deck, kind of talking to each other and the other crewmates, staring occasionally out at the stars and discussing things. It's been a long time since they saw one another. We see the ship kind of move off into the void as it travels to the next scene, and we now change energy just a little bit as we find ourselves inside of a world full of darkness. There is debris, dust, the smell of ozone in the air. There is fire kind of leaking through some of the walls nearby. There's a crush noise, and a giant boulder hits the floor and begins rolling as we see a small kobold rushing down the hallway in front of it. Yet again, running from a trap that he's seen, wearing khakis and a nice hat that looks a little bit like a fedora, with a couple of big bags on his back and a bunch of artifacts just kind of jangling about in them. Nohu, what does it look like as you rush away from this trap you've just triggered?
Well, with those sounds when somebody has like a really big bag full of stuff, metallic stuff, and not just like jingle, jingle, jingle all the way around, and he's just like sprinting head on, like down the hallway. Then he stops, looks back at the rock, and he's like, waiting a moment. All right, that's close enough. Then he keeps on running. I mean, these traps are so like old, and the rock just keeps slowing down, and it's just not. It's not like before, really. It needs a little. It misses a little bit something, and when Nohu gets bored, he just like, oh man, it isn't even worth to run, and he'll just use his wings and just get out of there even faster than from running.
You see the ball begin rolling slower and slower, the crunch of some of the old stones crumbling underneath it. When it gets down to about 5 miles an hour and you can like just walk backwards in front of it, you just turn and fly off and you avoid the giant thing as it rumbles to a stop slowly. Moving through the chambers that you're within, a little bit underground, a small amount under the surface on Zither, you happen to feel the intense heat all around you, but it's more like a sauna to you because you're immune to temperature. Not so much to crushing pain or to some of the gases that are on this world, so you do occasionally have to wear your safe tech when things get too itchy in the throat. Which is a lot for Nohu, because he oftentimes eats things that make him very itchy in the throat, and that's not much of an issue.
That's when the fun happens.
That's when the fun happens. So as you turn around a corner and you just kind of are flying through this hallway, you see a section of the roofing that has been kind of shattered and cracked somewhat by this huge this huge ball that's rolling down the hallway, starting to crush some of these pillars nearby and damage some of the structure down here. A lot of it's already melted and in bad shape, and you see it begin crumbling towards you. Ahead of you, you happen to have a small pit that leads down into who knows where. There's a door all the way across the chamber that you were leading yourself towards because you think that what you're looking for, an ancient manuscript written on an obelisk tablet, might be through there. However, again, the roof is falling. What do you do?
So the roof is caving in. I have like a pit in front of me, and my destination is across the hall.
Yes.
Very well. Well, I could use my wings to keep on flying, but where's the fun in that? Where's the pizzazz? So I'll see if I can use my grapple to hook into something, maybe some part of the crumbling ceiling to just, swing just at the perfect time when everything comes crashing down behind me as I cross across the pit.
So, shooting your grappling hook at a falling ceiling in an effort to use it to help you swing. Give me your grappling roll, please.
Got it. 1 second.
And there's a 20. The grappling hook comes out from your tail. You've got this little knobby arm hand on the end of it, and it just launches out the grappling hook, sticks it to the ceiling, and then you begin swinging across very rapidly. As you start swinging, we notice Nohu's trajectory moving down in that style-like arc that you would get from someone who's going through an epic swing, but it keeps dropping lower and lower than it should because the ceiling is also falling. And you start finding his head and then the top of his head as he's going down that little crevice as he's swinging underneath of it. You are about to be shut off from the other door. Otherwise, you're going to have to go down through the floor. What do you do?
Let's go down through the floor. Let's see what's down there.
No turns twisting and tumbling down through the floor until he crashes to the ground down below. Give me an agile roll to protect yourself and some of your stuff.
Agile roll. Let's go.
Nice. Another 14, giving you a 19. You hit the ground, stumble and roll. There is the crash of pottery, and you feel that kind of earthy, a little bit charred taste of broken pottery in your mouth, as some of the things you have taken to look at later seem to have been crushed in the fall. But you have come away from it unscarred. Standing at the bottom, you see huge chunks of rock just crushing into the ground. We notice a block about 5 times the size of Nohu just thump onto his left, where he's just standing next to it.
Start date. Date sometime after some number after the 6th. It's Tuesday because yesterday was Monday. Some time ago, I got inside. Oh, this thing isn't working. And he doesn't have anything in his hand. He's just going along with it. I think I found a different route to my goal. I will continue exploring this place because I don't remember what I'm doing here.
As Nohu proceeds to scratch his head, you can go forward, to your right, or behind you. Which direction do you head, Nohu?
Oh, you never go behind. That's where the explosions happens. And you never look at explosions, so I will go to the right.
You turn, casually look off to the right. In front of you, there's a long, dark hallway with the sound of, you think that's metal and machinery. Off to the right, as you turn and listen, you hear magma. You hear minor explosions and the rumble of more catacombs collapsing. And you immediately turn and head to the right, down towards those things. And
Perfect.
as we see Nohu walking down this hall, there's the rumble and the crush sound of collapsing stones, and suddenly the camera is blocked off. And that is your scene at the moment. Speaking of, we find Ayden Aldemiri, naked as a jaybird, sitting on top of a large black stone plate of some kind with a variety of devices kind of attached to it that extend up out of it and then come back clicking into the surface without any trace. You notice that he looks pale, wan, thin, and weakly. What are your first thoughts as you sit up upon the table after having yourself restored to mortal form rather than dying ephemeral essence?
Feels good to be mortal again, but here we are, back in this place, back in this hell, and back with you.
I don't know why you're complaining. You're alive, aren't you?
Yes, I am alive, but it was so nice without you when you went on your little field trip to stop the Queen of the Sill once again. And now you are back. You're weak, which I enjoy. I enjoy you weak. But you're
not weak, I'm just resting. It just need time.
Well, I've heard that before. And guess what? You're weak.
You see him like there's this shadowy essence that kind of swirls around Ayden for a second, attempting to like pull on him, but like a little kid wrestling at their parents' arms and legs. Ayden
Yes,
just
you're
doesn't
so
move.
terrifying. Look at you go. So do you have a plan to get us out of here, or are we just going to sit down here and let it all collapse around us?
Frustrating. Figure it out yourself.
You see him just kind of move off to the side and sulk in the corner.
I really hate you, you know that? He gets up and goes to try to find a doorway.
You walk over to the main entrance that you came in from before, and the heat of the sunlight outside is astronomical. You forgot what it was like to have to worry about this sort of thing, and you feel like light blisters beginning to appear on your skin already. There is some equipment still from some of the old researchers that you drained to death when you left this place the last time.
Oh, memories. I go to start digging through the pile, just picking up an arm, throwing it aside, picking up a jacket, looking at it to make sure it doesn't have holes, seeing what I can find.
You see some burnt articles of clothing, things that have been here for a while, and while one of them looks acceptable, you go and grab it, but it has become brittle in the heat and in the pressure of this world, and it falls apart in your hands. You move aside someone, you grab a couple of small items that you can find on them. Not a whole lot to be seen, unfortunately. So one of the things you get is there's a security officer nearby. You grab down and you're able to get a hold of an ether torch, basically a flashlight. Oh, you put that while you're holding it because you're naked. You don't have any pockets to put it in.
Something.
And where you could put it, I'm not going to talk about right now. So you hold on to an ether torch. You kind of put it on the obsidian slab, probably holding on to it there. You see some blankets that they had actually stored for you inside of a little chest off to the side. You grab that. It's rough. It's coarse. It feels a lot like canvas, but it's a blanket.
Toga.
Covering yourself in the blanket temporarily, you continue looking around a bit. As you're wandering through the room and you're kicking aside a couple of bones and desiccated body parts, there's a piercing sting in your toe as you see a bag of caltrops that you just stepped on.
The mighty have fallen. Pick it up, add it to the torch on the slab.
Just put it down. This is a bag. So you continue walking around and looking, and then you see another outfit inside of a small room that has a bunch of ancient-looking canvas napkins in various colors and a desiccated object on the table. Give me an aware roll to see if you can determine what that object might have been.
This is very strange. Who's having parties down here? Oh, no.
3.
How
You
about
look
no?
at it, and as you touch it, it becomes almost as sand and smells a bit foul, a little bit sulfuric. You're not sure what it was. You continue looking
Some
around
sort of
a little
bird.
bit, and eventually you notice small candles, wax, soft to the touch. There's something that looks like maybe they used to be numbers. You're not sure. And underneath the table, you see a leg sticking out with cloth that is still able to be maybe used. Doesn't fall apart immediately at the touch. And as you grab a hold of this figure and draw them out from under the table, you see a clown, and their costume is still intact.
You have got to be joking me. We're here and we're going to be dressed as a clown on Zyther. Yes, laugh it up. I pick up my frilly, cute clown outfit and put it on.
You've gained your entertainer's outfit and now have able to put clothes on. There's a small satchel that came with that where they kept some things. You see some old balloons that have been desiccated and destroyed. It looks like they might have been having some sort of birthday party maybe for somebody here.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Certainly.
Is it like a Pennywise outfit or like old Commedia
Trying to do
dell'arte,
the dance.
like Harlequin outfit, or
That's
like what, like
children's birthday party clown?
like
Oh, original it.
yeah.
Yeah, more
Okay.
like original It. Big
And
poofy-
second follow-up question: are the shoes included? Like the shoes that are 6 times too big?
No.
Is there a red nose and a squirty flower?
There were
Ooh.
very specific regulations when it came to boots and feet when it comes to working on Zyther, so you don't burn yourself alive when you travel outside of the facility.
I feel like a cobbler could whip up a pair of like fire
I'm
retardant
sure they
clown
could.
shoes.
Hell yeah. Hell
But,
yeah.
Okay, fine. If you're going to say hell yeah, then yes, there's giant floppy, clown shoes as well. Sure.
Good question, Anna.
Oh no. Okay, so you see Ayden put it on, and he stands upright, all formal like he is, and he says, "Honestly, joking aside, how do I look?"
Joking aside, you look like I've always seen you.
Oh, I cannot wait to be rid of you once again. Just diminish a little further, and I'll do you in.
Right. We'll see.
You look around the room a bit, passing beyond there into what used to be somebody's like restroom or bed chambers, something like that. Resting room, not restroom.
There's
And
got to be something else in here.
There's a small box. You open it up, and you
Oh.
see a self mirror in there, as well as locks, some scrap, a few small items that you might be able to use for, a variety of things. And leaning up against the wall nearby is a heavy-duty, high-caliber, high-technology sniper rifle.
Yes, finally. Thank you. The clown outfit aside, thank you. So I add that, pull out the stuff in the box, add it to the bag, pull the mirror out, look into it.
You see your own face, but it's unfamiliar to you. You haven't looked like this in thousands of years. And
I have hair.
you don't remember your cheekbones being so prominent. You're gaunt as hell, and you then feel this weird queasy sensation for a second as your gut goes.
I just need a sandwich and a nap. So what now,
we all?
So what now, oh wise one? Are we going to go to the surface and burn? What are we doing?
I thought you'd figure that one out. You happen to come to a world that is murderous to mortals, and make yourself mortal. Smart.
Well, it was better than living with you in control.
Find some sort of safe tech. Maybe look and see if any of them left behind a vehicle or a vessel you could use. Worst case,
Yeah.
I believe that they also had a small spaceport, a void port here nearby. Make your way to that, and I'll see what I can do to make sure you don't burn into ash.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's go to a spaceport that's been desolate for 1,000 years at least. And start making my way that way.
So we see Ayden grab a couple of things off the shelves, put everything together, stuff a bunch into his bag in his clown attire, and proceeds to flip, 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 out the door, heading onto the surface of Zither.
Clown with a gun, though, nightmare fuel. Clown,
Big gun.
Eden clown
Big
with a
gun.
gun, terrifying.
I mean, wasn't like a gaunt, like weird clown already nightmare
already
fuel?
scary, yeah. But then you had a gun.
Seriously.
Honestly, the gun is the least scary thing about the situation.
Also true.
I'm just like dragging the gun because I'm so gaunt and weak.
Oh, that's even scarier. Just like that slow limp
skeleton.
drag, you know,
Zombie
like
kinda, ooh.
Freaking pyramid head.
yeah.
So the next scene happens. We see the Zephyr parked outside of a rather large outpost. It happens to have in bright, vibrant neon letters, Saberhold kind of blinking in various places. And you see a rather rowdy group of individuals all traveling these bazaars and these decks with a bunch of different ships of various shapes and sizes all through them. And we see Cal and Nova walking down the halls at this point in time.
Wait, where are we walking down the halls?
You were walking down the halls of Saberhold.
Oh, well, hold on then. Let me get in disguise.
As Muriel's off to the side with a checklist, and standing next to her is, where are they at? That's
Perfect.
him.
You're giving me
a
hardcore Myra Rose vibes.
rather huge
Get that
man, super dark skin, pointed ears, a flaming red mane of hair, and giant horns sticking off the front of his head. His eyes kind of glow with an inner light as he's standing there. And as he's walking beside all of you, he's got a clipboard at his side. Muriel's there with him. And he just states, let's see if I can pull this off without it being dumb. That's always the problem.
So, we are going to need more rations, more rope, tar pitch, some repair scrap. We need some scrap. Make sure we get all of that we can. And might be best if we hurried along the business. Last time we were here, there was a bit of a thing, and leadership in Saberhold's not too happy with us.
Well, what was the little thing? Can you remind me the look?
Oh, well, me and Merritt and Kirby and Ivan got into a bit of a scuffle in the bar with the Admiral of Saberhold's daughter and son involved, and there was a missing limb situation, and
limbs go missing.
Wait. Why am I just finding out about this now? Also, you guys got Kirby in danger. Come on now. You know Kirby's too young for that sort of shit.
he was fine. He curled up in a ball. The spines kept everyone away.
Oh, did the spines hurt anyone?
Yeah, like half of the bar. I did not know
Oh,
that
that's
he
so
could
cool.
fire
Oh,
the
Kirby's
spines
learning.
15
Wait!
feet. Did you know this?
No, I did not. Kirby can fire the spines.
Yeah, when he's very, very nervous, apparently they go off sometimes. It stings a bit and leaves little Barbie holes that you have to dig at for a while.
Barbie holes? What's happening?
Oh, you know, we should find a solution to that. That might be a problem.
Cal, who is
Muriel
this
off to the
retard?
side just turns and goes,
It's the Skixon, the one responsible for the medic.
Oh!
You don't know that one, the one that looks like a hedgehog.
Have I met this person
you
yet?
haven't met him yet. You've seen him from a distance, but you haven't actually. Star.
If you try to hold him, it hurts. So I wouldn't do that.
I can go introduce you to Cupid if you'd like. Cal, can you do the food thing? Gather all of that, please, and we'll make sure we take care of the rest of the supplies. Isn't
Okay.
that right, Delic?
Yes, of course. I will get the supplies that we need, although my visage is a bit terrifying to some, and sometimes that can be beneficial when I'm trying to, interrogate and frighten, but when I'm trying to be jovial, people tend to take my appearance as monster rather than friend.
That's their problem. You're amazing.
Yes,
Thank
look,
you,
but
Star, I appreciate that.
but it is useful in certain situations. So you're awesome, but I guess it's a good thing. Is what I'm trying to say. I think. You know what? I'm gonna get the food. This is the Ivan's list.
Yes, that's Ivan's list.
Cool. All right. Well, let's see what you wanted.
You see a whole bunch of Rulo ingredients, as Ivan was trained by Landon when it came to cooking methods. So,
Oh boy. Wait. You're telling me we finally have a cook that's not from Rulo, and it's still Rulo Foods that's trying to eat us?
I mean, he was the sous chef for Landon for like 2 years.
Well, I'm guessing that there's probably what kind? Where is the sous chef from, or the chef now?
He's a Rado dwarf. He's made out of
Okay.
stone and eats rocks and minerals. So
Okay, so I'm thinking a Rulo rock fusion cuisine will be happening. It'll try to eat us, but also break our teeth.
It'll be
We
well
won't have any
salted.
iron deficiencies.
you won't.
No cramps for us.
Now I always, I guess, iron deficiency. Yeah, what? Fine, I'll get this, and I'll get a little bit of. I'll gather a little bit of rocks from the side in the buildings for seasoning. All right, let's go.
Could you
So-
also grab me some of those banana chips that they had the last time?
Oh yes, of course, banana chips. You get. All right.
So Cal heads off from there to go buy some food and supplies from various vendors that are located in the bazaar, as Star and Muriel head back towards the ship. So, yeah, I'm surprised you haven't met Kupi yet, but I guess you haven't been hurt. And it's only been about a week since we left Myocenius. And you have been really busy hanging out with Cal. A lot of time in his room together.
Okay. Felicia and Winx needed slow introduction, so we had to spend a lot of time hanging out and making sure that they were comfortable and that they acclimated, okay?
Is that working out okay? I mean, that's a keto and a cat, and one might eat the other. I'm not sure how that works.
I have talked to Felicia extensively about this, and she's not going to eat winks.
Okay, good. Um, so yeah. It's been a really long time. How have you been?
Well, I mean, it's been interesting. I found out that, like, for some weird reason, everybody wants to, like, grab pieces of my body and turn them into weird things, or to rule the world, or maybe make me, like, rule things, or maybe kill me to prevent me from doing it. I think I have a brother out there somewhere. My mom just wandered off into the middle of nowhere and obviously was telling me to go find her, which is what Cal and I are doing at the moment. And then it's been I lost a very good friend.
Sounds like a lot.
More than a bunch of friends, actually. I miss my friends.
Well, I'm glad to see you're safe and sound and mentally doing better.
Probably.
Okay, well, I mean, there was a lot of crying at the beginning of the trip.
You're just really... I admire you, Muriel. You're just very right to the point. Spare nobody's embarrassment or feelings.
No nonsense. It's just us. It's fine. At this moment, Arrow walks in beside you as they're saying it's just us.
Oh, look!
Oh, totally.
We know Era?
Excuse me? No, not yet. This
It's
is
like,
first
wait.
meetup. You guys are walking and have been talking to each other for a while, and you're pretty sure this figure was walking in step with you, but you thought it was just other crowd walking through for a while until you recognize they are just walking with you.
Hey, by the way, Star, I would just stick to like something simple for dinner tonight. I have a feeling. Just, I don't know, your stomach. I think either that or you need to eat way more than normal.
Excuse me, who are you?
Oh, sorry. Is this the first time for you? I'm so sorry. I'm Era. We've met before.
I feel like I might have remembered.
Were you part of the old crew before Zephyr? Are you a sparrow?
I guess I never learned a secret handshake.
I mean,
it's really complicated.
It's none of us learn it. It's too hard. Cal keeps changing it
every day.
I mean, I accompany y'all to Aether. That's kind of the
Aether?
How do you know we're going to Aether?
Because we went there.
How did it go?
I remember a lot of mixed feelings. Again, just be careful about dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Muriel?
Tell him about the giant snake.
Oh,
was it a
and
worm?
There's gonna be a giant worm-shaped being. That's gonna, it's gonna be a whole big thing. It's gonna be just, be ready. If you see like a worm-shaped creature, maybe run
good
as fast as possible.
You nailed it. As Era's speaking, you see like Era's own head kind of float out ephemerally. You can see through it and talk to him, and then from the other side, and then from the back. As you can see something attaching itself to Era.
Muriel, actually, maybe I am a little, I'm still having some...
Oh, well, it's a good thing we're going to see QP then, isn't it? Because he can definitely give you something for the woo-woo-woo.
Because this guy's got, like, 3 heads.
No, he doesn't.
No, they're like...
You see, like, Muriel staring at him for a little bit as he's standing there. And you see your eyes start wobbling back and forth a little bit. Whoa! What is that?
Yeah, No, that's it. Honestly, thank you. That's one of the nicer reactions. Yeah, that's just how I am. Uh,
You were adorable, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
You see Muriel like
My
look over at
imaginary
you.
friend didn't look like me, but I get it.
Imaginary. Yeah.
Yeah, imaginary.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Imaginary.
That's right. Star.
Right. How did you know my... No, we met. You said we met.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. We probably did. I was in this weird time loop thing for like 100 years, and it seemed like longer, and I had no
We talked about that before.
Yeah. Oh, no. Because then I would have met you before that happened. After?
I think this individual seems to be very smart, seems to know a whole lot. Let's escort him to the ship, Star. And you see Muriel wink at you and move just a little behind him where she puts her hand on her.
Everyone's called me smart. Hey.
Very, very low key. Nova goes, right.
You feel like a little poke in your back, like maybe Muriel's pushing you forward a little bit, but Star, you recognize there's a pistol in Muriel's hand. She now is taking this individual who seems to know too much by force if necessary. Back to your ship.
Am I still gonna meet the...
Just completely...
Yes, of course.
Like, even if they see the gun, does not just, like, keeps, like, happily, like, walking along, having a good time.
The people start giving you a little bit more of a wide berth as they see this weird, widely grinning Baji covered in color that's a little strange. You see some of the other pirates kind of moving aside and stepping around you. We see all of you moving on board the ship at this point in time, walking up the gangplank to go inside. When we switch scenes real quick, back over to Cal. Inside of the cheapest general goods store you could find for any of the groceries, the resources, the rations that you might need. You're standing there, your scowl on your face, hand on your hips, staring at like two different cans of something to determine what the difference is between one and the other and which one would be better, and maybe one was improperly packaged. You're not certain because it feels a little squishier than it should for a can. Maybe it's full of botulism. You might have to worry about that. As you're standing there, what are you thinking to yourself?
This one feels weird. I thought I was getting rock food. This is yeah. Excuse me, what was the difference between these two cans again?
You see this rather huge goggled individual standing behind the desk, a Humi. Happens to have this large, scraggly, like multi-threaded beard, kind of dangles back and forth, and a couple of wicks in his hair. Smells a little of ozone and spark powder. Oh, that one. Right, that one right there has been specially packaged for individuals who have a grand constitution, and the other one is for weaklings.
Oh, I have a grand constitution.
Oh, you look the part, you look the part. I mean, am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to boast. I don't see others say that about me, so, you know, have you done...
And we got a celebrity here. Aren't you the Admiral of the Crimson Sparrows? To fill my store with your grandeur, I appreciate that to some degree, sir.
Oh my God! I was not expecting this. What gave it away? Oh, I'm just curious.
I mean, that compassionate stance filled with bravado and strength. I mean, that chiseled jawline. Oh man, the tusks. You got the biggest tusks a man has ever seen. And of course, you know, you just can't get away from that beautiful colored vest. Everybody's talking about it. And would you mind doing me a favor? You're my favorite and my daughter's favorite. Would you sign this card, please? And he puts like a little card on the table.
Oh, well, I mean, of course. Anything for my fans. It's right there.
Yeah. Could you put to Rosie with love, your favorite admiral, right on there, and then your name.
To Rosie with love, your favorite admiral. Cal Rhonin, winky face.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that a great deal. And he puts it away behind the counter.
Yes, yeah,
What
of
was the
course.
deed to
Anything
Decipher?
for my fans. This one is for the big Constitution ones, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, yes. The strongest of constitutions.
Oh, great, strongest of constitutions. And my crew also, they're not weakenings either. So I'll just get this and that.
Of course.
And maybe just one of those weak ones, just for Black Whiskers. He's
one
getting a
of those
little
for the-
old lately, so just want to be nice.
The
Yeah.
pre-chewed mush type stuff for the week.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, what was your name, by the way, my good friend?
My name's Caraway.
Oh, Caraway. Well, if you ever get sick of doing this so weird capitalist work for the in Saberhold and want to get a life of adventure, Sparrow's always looking for good men like you, good fellas like you.
I appreciate the offer, sir. But my livelihood, my blood is here in selling things and merchant stock and in sharing and making sure that all of you glorious pirates from the great beyond can stay energized for the battle against the Empire. Good on you.
Well, I appreciate that. Yes, because this interaction kind of made my day. I'm quite happy now. All right, I'll take this. And here you go for your troubles.
Excellent.
And,
Thank you very much. Oh, and one last thing, just question for you.
Yes.
There is one little matter. There's a box over there filled with a variety of rare and exotic plant life. I thought maybe you'd be interested. I did hear a couple tiny rumors. I mean, that you happen to botanist and maybe some potion thing. I'm not sure what you do with it, but I know you've been buying a few different plants of various unique, rare qualities.
I do. That's kind of true. I'm kind of curious how that got out. That's just it's an experiment. It's nothing fancy or whatever. It's
of course.
We got a fella that can do all sorts of crazy magic and all that with it. It's not like I'm cultivating in my little
that would be silly. I mean, horticulture.
That would be very silly, isn't it?
I mean, come on now, right?
But yeah, I mean, does it have some interesting energy coming out of it that would interest me? I don't know.
Give me a magical roll or an aware roll, your choice.
Ty, you got a +1 to your next roll.
I see it. I'm on +2
Yeah,
already so far to my rolls based on the
You're
one
so
that Jackal gave me
popular.
earlier. With an 8, yeah, it seems pretty vibrant. There's a good array of life sensations coming out of it.
Huh. Where did you say it was from? The exotic stuff.
Well, here and there, we pulled some things from Myocenes, of course. It's not that far away at the moment, and we took some stuff from some of the wastes of Avalon. You ever been out that far outside the main city? I mean,
well, being the Admiral of the Sparrows, I've gone to all sorts of the
of course
even
you have.
even out of the Aether sphere once. Yeah, it's
really.
Yeah, very not what it's chalked up to be. Not as good as exciting as it sounds. A little scary actually, but yes, I'll go that. I'll take that. How much is it?
That's 30 silver.
All right. So I'll get my mystery books so the pot can go forward and we can get a new character. Oh, it's a little heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got the muscles for it. I'm sure you've got this under your belt, Captain
Admiral. Yeah. What?
Yeah, well, if you need assistance, I mean, we can get some of your crew to come pick this stuff. You can't carry all of it, I'm assuming, all at once.
Oh, yes. That's advice. That's a good idea. What was it? What was that fella's name?
Deluc?
Yes, Deluc!
You shout out. You hear off in the distance.
Yes, Admiral.
I need help. More stuff.
I'll be right over.
You see him trundling through the halls, a good head and a foot above everybody else there, moving towards you. A bunch of the other pirates kind of giving him a wide berth as well, staring up at him, and some of them wondering who this towering figure is. And as you now gather all of the things, Deluc just puts everything up on his shoulders and just starts walking down the halls, heading back towards the ship. We feel like a strange sensation. We move to a different location. It's dark. It's kind of slightly damp and moist. Smells of loam and maybe a little fungus, some mushrooms, and some herbs. A variety of different plant life, and there's a bit of sage and thyme in there while we're at it. As Birch, you awaken inside of this tiny box that you've been stored in. What do you do? What are you thinking?
Quite honestly, I'm probably very content. It is a warm, happy box filled with plants. I don't even know if it's a box. I'm in a warm, happy place filled with plants. What else could I ask for?
So you're just laying there, and you're just being like jostled back and forth and moved for a while. You hear like
It's
the
like when you
booted
fall
footsteps.
asleep and you feel like the boat sensation. It's one of those.
Yeah. And you start drifting off a little bit, hearing the soothing rumble of the giant's voice that's carrying you around outside, speaking to another individual back and forth. And after a little bit, we see the Zephyr come up, a bunch of equipment's being loaded on board for the long journey ahead, heading to Zyther. The probability of potential issues, because that world is basically molten, sitting right underneath the giant sun that it is right out in front of. We notice the boxes kind of go down into the hold. Diluc kind of moving things back and forth with the assistance of some of the others. And we now see Nova standing there in the deck with Era at hand and moving towards the center of the room. You see Muriel move over and just kind of nod to the security officer. Merritt Diasolo. Merritt's a cool-minded individual, careful and quiet. In a rogue incident in Avalon, he happened to save Cal's hide when dealing with a rogue tyrant, June Doe. He's been a trusted confidant and security chief of the Zephyr ever since. That'll teach Cal to ride a June Doe down the streets of Albion. Anyway, so this individual standing there looking a bit blasé, stare, like steely stare, swords on his hip and his shoulder, kind of looks over at this individual. Who are you? Muriel looks over and goes, that person seems to know who all of us are and knows some information that he shouldn't know, and I think that's a problem. I'm worried he might be a spy. And you see the individual walk over to you and stare you in the eye. Are you a spy?
Not right now.
I don't want to speak out of turn because this is not my thing, but if they're a spy, they're a really, really bad one.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, to be perfectly honest. So, what is your story, little Baji?
Just basically misses all that, like, goes into a pack that is just, like, full, like, just, like, clank, clank, just all the, like, different things. And we'll pull out, a pen. Be like, I borrowed this from you. Think you should have it back.
You see him, like, reach into his bag and lift up the same pen. But I have mine.
Oh, okay. And we'll just put it back. Cool. That's fun for me. A free pen! This is a pretty good day!
How? I made this pen.
Yeah!
He
looks over at Muriel and at Nova.
That's a really cool trick!
I think he's one of
It's
those.
just a pen.
He's one of those individuals who believe that they've fallen backward through time. Maybe he actually did it.
Like a time mage?
No.
Time mage?
No, I'm definitely not a mage. No, I just no, you wait. Somebody here understood me. Somebody understood. I don't know. You all are kind of, how do I say this nicely? You've got time wrong?
That makes sense.
I mean, that's
like, it's okay.
Philosophical questions, very difficult to comprehend the absolute.
No, like, objectively, you are not looking at time right.
Is it because my time mage friend left me in a realm for 100 years? Oh, and then the, like, Kaizen with the Sedna and the crack, and is it all of that kind of stuff? Is that why?
Oh, I miss Kaizen.
I miss Kaizen too.
Hopefully we get around to one of those. Anyway, you got this whole linear time thing, which is kind of It's cute.
Oh my gosh, that tripped out Kaizen so bad. It's a linear time, like
It's very cute. Yeah, it's so funny.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe this individual should speak with camera.
I'd rather speak with the box. And I'm just gonna immediately heel turn and walk towards the weird
walk
box.
over to the stuff being loaded into the hold. The box gets put down. Cal's now walking on board the ship, where you see Nova and Muriel and Merritt speaking.
And I see this new fella.
Yep.
I'm assuming.
Well,
did we recruit someone?
Muriel looks over and goes, I think I took him hostage because he knew too much stuff, but now I'm just really confused.
Very interesting.
What does this one know?
Nothing and everything. Did you buy anything weird at the market?
Oh, I mean, I bought food and this crate for my botanical experiments of destruction and death.
Yeah, well, it's either gonna kill us all or save all of our lives. So it's a pretty cool box.
What is this one
This
saying?
isn't related to my indigestion, though, that you were talking about earlier, is it?
Oh.
Could
Not
be.
you, Cal. That one.
Could be.
Wait.
I'm not eating whatever is in that box, Cal.
Okay.
Also, did you give me my banana chips?
Yes. Oh, did I get too excited?
So
because
totally didn't.
Me that you were getting banana chips. You didn't.
I
make
mean,
sure.
I've just had enough to get this, and it's exotic plants from the edges of Avalon.
He never remembers the banana chips. It's okay.
I remember the banana chips. What's it? What the hell are you? I'm still confused about what's going on here.
It's me, Era.
Era, am I supposed to know who you are?
It's just so cute. This is our first time meeting. And yeah, we've been working together for a while, and yeah.
Is he a spy?
He's a really bad spy if he's a spy.
But that's how the really good spies get you. They pretend to be really bad. The one. Remember, I mean, a lot of you lot wouldn't know this one. This is all before your time, but we had one fella, the Shalak, years ago, kind of a spy-esque fella, so overtly, obviously working against us, like so overtly, yet it was so obvious that's how he got us. Yeah, it was. Ooh, I don't know. This.
Is that how that went down?
Yeah, it was. It was crazy. So, how do we? Maybe this one is pretending to be bad, but it's actually really good.
Hey, Era.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a good guy or bad guy?
Which timeline are we talking about?
This one?
Unclear. Is that exciting?
You're not helping yourself.
Kick it off! Kick it off!
It's kind of cute. Cal, can we keep it?
But I mean, if we keep it, Winks might try to eat it.
I mean,
Winks is doing better at only going for the chewies that we give them.
I mean, if I don't go with y'all, it's gonna make a whole lot of other divergent timelines, and I don't need that kind of headache right now, to be quite honest.
What is it talking about when they were talking about diverging timelines and all that? What was that supposed to mean?
Time is super complicated, Cal.
Yeah.
Ivan at this
Really
point
is.
walks out from the kitchen, gathering some of the supplies that were there. A giant stone man with a very heavy beard that just rattles and clacks against his face as he walks out. Did I hear something about time?
Yeah.
Yes, this one's talking about divergent timelines and all that, and apparently we met, but I have no idea. Wait a minute, Muriel, remember that really crazy medic we had that did all those weird experiments of like food and stuff turning into living beings? Could one of its experiments have snuck in, and is this...
I mean, maybe the world is full of crazy things. Ivan turns over and goes, "Oh, hi, Edra. How are you?"
Hey, so good to see you again. How are you? By the way,
It's been some time, hasn't it? Or has it? I don't remember.
What is going on? I'm super
it's
confused.
been a few deviations, I think. By the way, how did you like the scarf?
No scarf yet. In the future. Did you enjoy the salads that I made for you? They were supposed to put on the gut, but it seems like it's not working if I gave them to you right.
The metabolism is kind of all confused as far as how quick.
Ivan,
Calculate that metabolism in a little more next time.
Yeah.
Ivan, are you gonna introduce us to your friend? Is this
Cal, keep up. This is Era.
Oh, yes, this is my friend Era.
Obviously, Ivan's the one who knows him. Sorry.
Things are confusing for you. I have to remember. None of you are from Sedna. Just me and Kemra from Sedna. We met Era in the space between time when past future
Did you guys used to do crack with Caden?
We fell into crack and ended up out here. Unfortunately,
I heard once you go in, it's hard to get out.
Yeah, I was unable.
We're in Saberhold. I bet you all can find crack.
The problem for me is honestly,
don't be crass, Cal.
Crack didn't quite do enough for me. Like I got a little like resistant. Like it's not doesn't
crack
give me
resistance.
Yeah, it doesn't really give me the thrill I'm looking for.
I hear it's because of your metabolism.
Yeah, that too.
The box nearby starts snoring.
Yeah, I did knock on it a little bit ago.
What? Cal, you didn't. You give me live ruler foods. Yes, I asked for this last time.
No. This is botanical experiments that I'm gonna do later.
If you cook with that, I'm gonna get indigestion.
It's the one that either kills us all or saves us all. So,
I mean, too good a chance not to take.
Right.
All right. You see Ivan turn over and just with his
also,
big hand.
Ivan, Cal forgot my banana chips.
Again?
You know what? Oh, you know what? I can just go and get it before we leave. The market's like that.
It's fine.
It's always about the banana chips. Here I am getting us a feast for the entire road to,
now you're just making me feel bad about humbly asking for banana chips.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just a lot going on. Apparently, I know this fella, and I don't get time. Apparently.
No, it's weird. It's a weird day.
I couldn't beat my breath and I could, which was... I met a fan, though. That was fun.
You see a rather rotund fat cat rush by through the hallway, very quickly chased by a thin reptilian cat-like being as it rushes past, as well as Winks just scurries down the hallway. You hear...
What are they saying?
You hear, "Get off my back! Get off my back! I told you already, I don't need it bitten out of there."
Winks! I told you don't eat the cat!
I'm not eating the cat! I am removing a tick!
Oh, Felicia, stand still!
No,
you don't want
it's
a tick
not
in there?
actually a bug! I know it's not a bug! I licked it earlier, it's just a scab! Get him off of me!
Oh, Winks, ew, Winks, ew!
Oh no, Winks is trying to help. It's just...
No, but it's a mole! Or a scab! It's not, it's part of it, no! It's not a tick.
You see Winks turn running away down the other side of
Winks, just come here and be in my back and be all intimidating like we used to do. We got this little fella to scare because I'm scared we got a spy.
Winks kind of ferret-like squirrels up your back and onto your shoulder and kind of moves around, and you see him go... and you see something like red onto your shoulder.
So yeah, if you're a friend, no problem. But if you are actually a spy, that's you become that.
Era, while this was going on, has sat themselves down and is playing solitaire, but clearly does not know the rules and kind of looks up like, yeah.
You know what? I'm starting to like him, and I'm feeling. But you're still scary too.
So
confusing feelings.
Heavy stony.
It's okay to be scared of new things, Cal. Just go with your gut. You say he's good. I'm sure he's good.
Heavy stony hands kind of grind a little bit at the edge of the box, and there's this tearing noise and a crunch, and the lid is torn aside, where you see a bunch of kind of mundane-looking herbs and spices and mushrooms, a variety of those small, like, bunched mushrooms that are real tiny and white, and a body lying in the middle of the box.
I was just gonna say, the guy ripped me off, but what? What the hell?
Cal,
Cal,
picking up.
I thought that you said no living food.
That's not supposed to be in there. The guy told me exotic rats.
Could you just take it down? I'm just trying to take a nap. Can you just... You're here. I need everyone to be back.
I'm so sorry.
Is she a plant voice in the sky? Since I'm used to plants.
That's a bit undecided. She looks like a person with plants growing out of her.
Plant adjacent. Plant enough.
Plant enough.
Is it kind of like the same vibe as Periwinkle?
Kind of.
A little bit.
I knew a flower lady one time.
And she like nuzzles back into all the plants and like pulls up like one really large leaf as a blanket. Just one unnecessarily exactly just up. She also has a small pack of banana chips that she's been munching on for an inexplicable reason.
You see like an opened bag of banana chips.
That's where it went. I knew I got it. It was just I'm sorry. The plant ate it.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to roll to convince me of that.
Roll charming versus Nova's aware. That's a 21.
Damn.
Yes.
Versus a 17. I'm going to say, with the degree of difficulty here...
Oh, you remembered the banana chips! Oh, thank you, get big old hug.
No one's believing me! And this little fella's also telling me I'd never... See, I remembered it! Yeah.
Thanks, Cal.
Like, Era looks shaken.
Anything for me.
You lying bastard.
Just like is going to stare down at the hull of the ship for a while.
You know what? I'm starting to feel guilty. I feel like I've shaked this fella's entire life, but you know.
Did he remember the banana chips? Is this even possible?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You know.
And at that moment, we see Kirby walk out from the medical bay, and as he's standing there, you just see him like waddle over, and he goes, makes a couple of Skixon noises and squeaks. Those of you that understand Skixon go, "Did you get me truffles?"
He wants truffles. Cal, did you get truffles?
Who wanted truffles?
Kirby.
So cute.
It's so cute.
Kirby never said Kirby wanted truffles.
Kippy, he said you didn't ask for truffles.
I didn't ask. I thought it was a gift.
You smell truffles?
You just see Birch's hand from the box emerge with like a handful and just kind of outside of the box, and then she returns to sleep.
You see the little Skixon like waddle over for a second, grab a hold of those, and go, "Thank you!" And you see him rush over and hug Cal's legs.
Yes, of course I got truffles. Would I ever forget about my little Kirby? Ow!
Little poke. You see him like turn and just go, "Yes!" as his hands come up. You see like his spine shoot back into your knee.
You know hedgehogs don't actually shoot spines, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, just
This one does.
This one does. It's fine.
He didn't shoot them. He just.
I don't want any children watching, like going on Jeopardy.
Up, straightening his
This
back,
is not
and then the
hedgehog.
spine
This
stuck
is
out straight
Skixon.
into Cal's leg.
So who is this fella sleeping? Are we gonna figure out? There's two new people and this lady.
Well, plant, but I mean, sure.
Do you have a stamen or a pestle? That's a rude question.
We don't have to answer that.
Some plants
right,
have both,
you don't.
It's fine.
She'll kind of like sit up in the box, still in the box. So it's like here, just kind of looking over the edge of the box, just observing, wide-eyed, and just everything is new and exciting at this point. So we're observing and taking it in. We're osmosis.
Watching.
There's no water involved. But
How do you feel about us all taking your snacks, though?
It's fine, I guess. I don't really have a problem with it. If you need it, that's for you. if you like really need anything that's in the box, you can have it. So seems like you really needed those banana chips. It seemed like there was an issue among.
No, Cal, I always ask him to get banana chips, right? Cal over there, so he's my boyfriend, right? We've been dating for like a little while, and it's really, really nice, and he's super cute, and I love him to death. But don't tell him I said that. Anyway,
Did you just say that though?
No, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
But you did say it out loud, and he is next to you, so he could have heard. All I'm saying is,
no, you just see. I gotta keep some power in the relationship.
I'm having like 5 existential crises at the same time, and I heard that. So
anyway, he keeps forgetting my banana chips.
No,
He's oblivious. That's what I love about him. I mean, like about him. Anyway, so banana chips. I needed the banana chips. Cal, are we gonna keep him on the ship?
Yeah. So who are you? I'm stuck in that.
That is a great question. I believe my name is Birch, but that's about all I got.
So
Birch is a really cute name. I'm Note Star.
I've been called that a lot by people, so I just assumed it was my name.
Birch.
That makes sense to me.
So as you're standing there talking,
you don't know anything else.
There's a rattling noise behind you. Someone comes rushing up on the deck carrying a large box full of expensive-looking electronic equipment and machinery and whatnot, as Alza rushes up behind you. Alza Benra was a former mercenary of the Greythorn Company before terminating a job before completion and getting a bounty placed on her head. She fled for her own safety, stowed away on the Zephyr while escaping trouble, quickly found out she wormed her way into the Admiral's good graces, and proved an adequate engineer and social liaison due to her history aiding various factions within the Empire. Her knowledge of mercenary work, peacekeeper protocols, and local governments has aided the Zephyr on more than one occasion. As your local engineer, Alza needed supplies, you know that. But as she comes running up the deck, she goes, Captain, we probably should leave before those guys get over here. And turns and looks at the back towards Saberhold, where you see a large crowd of angry-looking pirates all rushing in this direction.
What did you do?
Borrowed some important parts we need for the Zephyr, which is very complicated. Very complicated, might I add. And I needed those in order to fix it right. And they had it on their ship. Now it doesn't work. Now they're coming to get us. So we should leave.
That is very nice of them to let you borrow it.
Right,
Exactly. I'm totally down with that as well.
Which pirate outfit are they? Just
I don't know. I didn't get the name. Had some sort of big gray skull with like these thorns on it.
Cal, whatever their name is, they're angrily running towards us. Maybe
those guys! Fuck those guys! Let's go! Wait, we've got to figure out who these two are, though.
Black Whiskers off to the side, just looks over and starts the engine up.
Black Whiskers, all sails up, and we're gonna head out of here!
Nodding, he's already in action as he realizes it's time to make a quick getaway. Muriel goes, "All right, you scabs, everybody to your crew, to your positions. You, Era, and you, Birch, stay here. I gotta figure out what the hell we're gonna do with the two of you."
I feel like it's very important for the Captain Admiral to know that the person he was talking to earlier was really lying, and I feel like he should.
Wait, lying about what?
Who?
Oh, he definitely wasn't telling the truth when he was talking, a big game about you in any way, shape, or form. He was just trying to get you to buy more things. He does it a lot.
Okay, but I mean, he got my signature. Why would he ask for my signature?
Yeah, he's gonna throw it away.
Birch, let's go. Let me show you some of the ficuses.
Ooh.
What? You know what? Well, while we're heading out, drop a bomb in that location.
You see like a...
Cal, you don't need a bomb. What are you bombing? As I take Birch away.
Okay, maybe not a bomb. Wait, did we fire that bomb?
Yes, Captain.
Never mind. Let's just go.
Nah, we just bombed. We, the pirate ship, just bombed the pirate stronghold. We're on the right. We're on the right.
No, we got an understanding. It's okay if there's just one person dies.
You hear the radio crackle onto the side, and Muriel comes over to answer it.
"Excuse me, Zephyr. You and your crew have been docked 100 silver for the damages caused to the station 116 off to the side. 111. I gotta use something other than 116.
Okay, anyway, they tell you that there's a demerit caused because of the damages, and that you will be charged upon next accessing Saberhold.
Wait, no, we gotta negotiate this down. This is bullshit. I got a special understanding with them.
You had a special understanding until that last job.
which no, it was an accidental misfire done by a gun that you one of your stores sold us. So it's kind of your fault, really.
That's bullshit, and we both know it.
No, it's really. Have I ever lied to you?
Lots of times.
No, that is preposterous. I never lie. I mean, I might bend the truth when I'm fighting the Empire, but to my pirate buddies,
when you return, there will be a 100 silver ducat you have to pay before you can dock. Sorry about that, and next time, please just aim more carefully.
Wait, do we fire something else? Nah. You know, sometimes when I say fire, maybe you ask me if I'm sure when I'm. Never mind.
That's a bad precedent. Fire immediately. Are you sure?
When we're docked, maybe. You know, let's use our initiative a little.
Come on, Cal. We all know when you say fire, you're sure doesn't mean it's a good
I'm
choice.
sure,
So you're always sure.
82% of the time. You know, you can sometimes.
Every time.
It's a good solid B.
So the scene fades out as the Zephyr rushes along into the void, heading to parts unknown at this point in time, with two new individuals who kind of just wormed their way on board and now are stuck there. We return to the Nohu in progress, standing inside of a large chamber filling with molten stone, you assume. You can see across the way a small dais that's about to kind of melt down into it that seems to have a book of some kind, made of some strange material that is semi-transparent, except for on the spine and on the outside, where it has these large metal rivets and couplings put onto it. But you can see that the pedestal is just slowly sinking in. It's about 25 feet away. In front of you and around you, there is molten slag that's kind of pouring in these various small, waterfalls or lava falls in front of you. You're standing on about a 5-foot by 5-foot patch of ground that is slipping back and forth as the stone underneath of it has become soft. What are you doing?
Let's see. Well, I would like to dip a toe into the molten lava. I am fire resistant, so let's see. How does it feel?
It feels perfectly warm and comfortable to you, but you do notice that some of your explorer outfit begins smoldering and burning away.
Right. Things that aren't fire resistant will go kapoosh. Oh, well. Oh, I know. I'll just grab all of my bag and whatever I have in there, raise them above my head, and start trudging across the lava path like one of those soldiers I saw in a really, really old clicky.
All right, give me a tough roll as you proceed to walk through this to see how well you're able to keep this above you as you wade through lava, which is rather thick, which is making it hard. So you go trudging into it a bit, and then you slow down, and then you stop as it starts to solidify around your legs as you've gotten it a little bit colder, and it wasn't quite fully liquid at this point in time.
So it wasn't fully magma at this point?
Parts in the center are, but as you move through it, your clothes catching and your skin being colder have caused the segments around the top of it to harden a little, and it's also thick enough that traversing it is not like walking through water.
Oh man, what a problem. Well, I guess I'll just teleport range 2 with my PDO's ability.
Give me a magical roll or an aware roll to set yourself up in a good position. You teleport over to another section that's raised up out of the magma, and as you land there and just kind of shake yourself off, you now have very heavy boots as you have solid chunks of magma that are starting to get those fine lines as it cools off that are kind of dripping down to the floor as you get that, what is it called? Jupiter's drops or whatever those things are called.
Do they look cool?
And you're now dangling bits of obsidian all around your hips, your waist, and your legs.
Oh yeah, they do look cool. All right, gotta test it out and slowly make my way over to the equally slowly drowning pedestal. Let's see which one happens first.
See which one happens first. Give us a strong roll as you proceed to start slogging forward. Big, strong Nohu muscles straining. You proceed to walk over to the pedestal, dragging this stuff. You have like cracking noises and shattering bits of obsidian and old stone shards start falling off of you onto the ground. As you walk over and you see this pedestal before you, there is some sort of ancient manuscript of some kind that you can't read, but looks important.
Up to the back it goes.
All right. So you grab a hold of it and you go and you put it within your bag. As you grab a hold of it, it lifts up in the air slightly in front of you. So you have to like hold on to it and begins emanating letters, words, numbers, things in languages you don't understand in the air in front of it. So
Shut up, Buck. You're being an adventurer.
So you see this thing and you see images kind of appearing all around it as it's there in front of you. And you just tell the book to shut up, and you like struggle to shut it, and then you like lock it, and then you stick it in your bag. Your bag, which is now half melted and on fire as lava is continuing to burn through the ceramic pottery and some of the artifacts that you've kept inside of it, and is now capturing a whole bunch of it. You put the book in there, so the fire is like burning across the top.
Well, at some point, the bag will stop being a bag and be more like a knapsack, maybe. Like, okay, let's like turn around and like fold it over my chest so that it stops spilling out. But so one way or another, it's like keeping things inside of it.
Of course. So as you're walking forward a couple more steps from here, you see a section of the wall kind of tumble in, and you can see sky. You can see daylight from the morning on this world, which morning, day, whatever, seems to cover about 24 hours almost. So almost 100% of the time is in sunlight here.
Ah, all right. Sounds like my escape route has been offered to me, but what's around me? Is there any more excitement? How's the lava like? Is it like flowing slowly?
It is
it like just
slowly filling this room up, yes.
how can I make this more exciting of an escape? Oh, I know. Do I have any sort of like what do I say? Oh, scrap to make a pineapple.
You've got some scrap in your bag, I believe. Did you have any on you? It doesn't seem to show up on there. But I'm gonna say that you have 100 mid-grade scrap to start with you.
Did you say scrap to make a catapult?
A pineapple.
A pineapple. One of my tinkerer abilities of making a bomb. So I will make a bomb.
Oh,
One pineapple.
I definitely thought it was the fruit.
I ironically heard pineapple, thinking I had heard it wrong. Inserted catapult.
If you would, please give me a brains roll. Just make sure
That's
this is
fair.
going to have an increased roll target because the objects within are explosive, and you're in the middle of a lavated room. Okay.
Well, wait a second. Let's see if something else happens.
First ace of the season. Woo!
That is a 17.
better.
With a 17, you can feel like the spark powder that you're using and bits and pieces of the machinery start catching, and you have to keep putting them out as you're putting this thing together. Okay. All right. And then you finally have a bomb in hand. You can see the edges of it are abnormally warm to the touch.
Perfect. Now let's upgrade it with a
Kajkin upgrade.
touchscreen upgrade.
All right, so you sit down, continuing to tinker. The lava has now gotten up to your knees as you're sitting on your feet on the floor. The item can spray an element of your choice. So
Magma. More magma.
More magma.
So picture this. I'm going to try and find like a semi-stable platform where I can like align myself to the hole on the ceiling and try to make some sort of chain reaction where, you know, I explode the pineapple under the lava and it just ricochets me like out of it.
Lava everywhere. Give me a brains roll as you attempt to find the most optimal position to place your pineapple so that it helps launch you out of this hole. Nat 20. All right.
First nat 20 of the season.
Nohu,
For the best reason ever, of course.
something that'll benefit you greatly in this moment is, do we find out that when it comes to positioning your bombs, that you are exceptionally good at doing that? So I'll give you a +1 to all bomb-related when you're trying to put them in a specific place and have an outcome type rolls. Or Do you want to miss Ayden entirely when you come out of this hole covered in magma?
That you know that I have to go for the bomb. Afraid.
All right, so we'll keep it interesting. Nohu, you now have +1 to using bombs to position them where you need them to be. And you get blasted out of this hole. We'll move back to you in just a moment. Ayden, you are struggling. Every extremely large floppy footstep that you take on the surface of this world seems to draw extra strength out of your knees and your hips. There's a burning sun in the sky that is just radiating down so much energy. You're keeping some of this canvas over your head trying to deal with it. You can see the patterns of heat just going everywhere, and the first droplet of sweat that starts to appear on your brow immediately turns into steam and wisps away, and you gesture at it like, why didn't that cool me at all? And as you are walking across the ground here, up ahead, you see something. Give me an aware roll. With a 16, you see something that might be a mirage, but you're not entirely certain. It looks shiny, it looks metallic, and it looks like a ship, but it's in the middle of nowhere. There isn't anybody on this vessel. There isn't anybody near this vessel that you can see. There's no station here. So either you're hallucinating or something is out there that should not be.
You see that?
See what?
See what? Wrong voice.
Are you feeling okay?
Where's the voice? There it is. See what?
That there, shiny ship. That there, right there. Is that there? There's something on the wing.
That ship.
Clean in my head.
Yes, there's a ship there. What about it?
Oh, that's all I needed you
Lords and
for.
ladies of fate, thank you for the raid. We appreciate that.
So with caution, I am going to walk toward said ship, which is apparently there.
You start walking in that direction, and Abraxas, kind of flitting at your side back and forth, goes,
No, you don't want to go to that ship. That's a bad ship. You really don't want to go to that ship.
Well, are you not letting me on to something? What do you know? What, you just gonna be in cryptic on this planet where we're dying of heat?
I should have eaten that ship.
Oh. So it's an old friend. Why would you not want me to go to an old friend who just
Not
happens
an old
to
friend,
be
it's an old
on the-
snack I chose not to have, and now I'm reduced to this.
Oh, did you get your heart back? You couldn't eat the ship, and now it's miraculously here on this desolate planet, ready to save us with someone we know on it. And you want to walk the other way into the wasteland of fire?
How do you know somebody we know is on it? What if it's that damn lizard, the one that wanted us dead?
We know him, and we got along with him when he was glued to the deck.
I don't think we had to have him knocked out. If you remember, he
Well,
was kind of a dick.
Yeah, I remember, but the
Kinda
captain
a
talks
dick.
sense. It's better than nothing. What are your alternatives? Are we just going to die on Zyther, where this all began?
Keep walking. I know that there's a station nearby. You stole a ship from there before.
You're kind of an idiot. And I'm going to continue walking toward the side.
You take a couple of steps saying you're kind of an idiot, and suddenly an explosion goes off as the ground rips upward and a magma jet blasts out towards you. Give me an agile roll to try to remain untouched by lava.
Come on, -2.
That is a 15. That is not high enough to avoid all damage, but it will reduce you to half.
I shall use my wings!
You're going to use your wings, try to use them to
Yes!
launch yourself aside? You should have done that before, because they're not... Oh,
Fine.
using them to defend yourself?
Me, Tyson.
You can
It's
use
fine.
Them, you can use
They're
them to shield you.
reflexive.
You can use them to shield you, but not to fly away.
Okay, I'll shield myself.
All right, so suddenly, what do your wings look like? When it was Abraxas's before, they were those giant bat demon wings, but they don't have to be for you.
They are more softened now, rounder edges, not as many claws, kind of have light in them instead of dark. Little bit, lighter, happier. Not quite angelic, though. Ugh.
These large, not quite angelic wings. It's like if a vampire happened to go to the light side. Wrap around you. in a cloak and protect you from some of this damage. So your wings give you, how many extra hit points do they give you? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
On Either Wings gives you 20 extra hit points, so we'll take 20 damage off of what you take from the lava. Now, this is a lava spout, so you are going to be hit by it, but you're taking half damage. So it's 31 divided in half, 16 rounded up, minus the 20. That leaves you at 4 health. So your wings start to evaporate and burn away, and you have to kind of struggle out from underneath this goop. As you see a kobold come flying through the air, what do you look like, Nohu, as you get ejected forcibly out of this tiny hole with a spout of lava underneath?
Well, you know that Nohu has to make a whole act out of it, and as he goes like flying through the sky, superhero pose, one arm stretched out to the sky, he comes landing down straight to the ground with his obsidian covered legs, like clunking right down, superhero landing kind of pose before it all crumbles into little pieces and just reveals the rest of his probably by now naked form, except the slash X backpack he had before with all the things like rattling inside of it.
Yep. So the one that you were carrying the artifacts in has melted away and burned. One of your main backpacks on the back, which you've made fire resistant, is still there, but basically everything on you burns off, except for the safe tech you currently have wrapped around your neck, your old backpack, a couple of small items, a little bit of scrap, and the edges of a book and a couple of pages.
I feel that this was important, but not important enough for avoiding that exit. Oh, am I right? Who am I speaking to? Who is around me?
You turn around and you see Ayden standing there.
Hello. That was dramatic. Who are you? Nice to meet you. I'm Ayden.
God,
Oh.
this thing again.
You smell familiar, but I don't know why. Probably
seem
because of
familiar.
all the magma in my lungs and all the smoke. Hello, I'm Nohu. I'm an adventurer.
Hello, I divert my attention away from your naked figure as I shake your hand. Worry not, it seems to be a theme of today. I was just naked in a tunnel too.
It's some sort of weird clown, Nohu, standing out here on this molten world.
Oh, nice shoes.
Thank you, they're awful. I have so many blisters, but it's nice to feel again. But I don't know who throws birthday parties on this godforsaken place, but apparently they did.
After traveling for some time, the Zephyr has made it to Zyther. There has been a little bit of concern over Birch and Era, but as they seem to have wormed their way into the crew and seem to be mostly harmless, you figure you'll just come do this mission because you're on the way anyway, and they don't seem to want to leave. And then find out what happens from there. Standing on the deck, Nova, you're first to look out, and you see Nohu explode out of a vent full of magma, crash and roll on the ground in front of a clown, walking in the middle of nowhere with the nearest city at least 100 miles away.
Do I recognize Ayden?
No, because he looked like Abraxas when you saw him.
Well, can I see Abraxas? Because I can see
You can
him.
see a dark shadow that has a vaguely reminiscent form, but not quite, that's kind of floating around this clown.
So I'm shocked. Nova is like, oh my god, what the? And then sees Nohu and goes, oh. Okay.
Cal, from where you're standing,
I'm gonna point.
You see Nova point, and then there's that weird kobold that was with the other Sparrow crew on the Archimedes when you happened to need to get them through security on Myocenes.
Oh, wait. But they're not supposed to be here. What's going on
I
there?
don't think anyone is supposed to be here. Also, but that is my friend Nohu down there, and we should probably grab.
I thought that one was a sparrow. That's what.
That's not a sparrow. Not
That's
sure there's
what-
anything wrong with being a sparrow, but no.
I mean, yeah, but I was inspecting one of our ships, and that thing was.
No, on the Archimedes? No. See, we had this whole episode where we like switch players back and forth and did like a crossover.
That's too meta there, Nova. And Cal, you did now.
Wait, McCree's making
vaguely-
crossovers?
You-
Who gave them the allowed them to do that? What are they up to when I'm not maintaining things?
You vaguely remember a kobold being on your ship during the siege on Mesa, whatever that town name was again, Fort Mesa.
That fella was in the ship when we got you.
And then you completely forgot about him, and when you left, you didn't know where he was.
How did it? What? How is?
We should go pick him up.
Yeah, sure. I mean, fella seems like he's having a good old time
He's
from what I've
currently
seen.
covered in obsidian shards and piles around him, as well as on fire.
He
And,
looks like he's living his best life to me.
As we
Yeah,
see,
I mean that's what it looks like.
As we
From what
see-
I met, he was. He seemed like a fella that lives dangerously. Sorry, voice in the sky. I didn't mean to cut you off.
it's all
Greatest
right.
adventure.
So as we see this individual standing there on the ground, on a molten planet, dealing with whatever nonsense he has to deal with, the scene fades to black as we go to our break for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thanks for popping in and being part of that raid. Hopefully we see you again when we return. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to continue this grand adventure. Thank you all, and we'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and we are back. Welcome back to Wraithe. Hope you have had a nice little break, a little, rest and relaxation. A little. Oh no, I don't have my coffee.
Do you want me to
Anyway.
go get your coffee?
Do you want to get me coffee while I get everybody back into
I'll
the
just
game?
sneak out. But yeah.
It's so sneaky, incredibly
Tuck to the floor and just barrel roll.
sneaky. She's just gonna.
There you go. Done.
And she
That was
sneaked
sneaky.
out, and now it's just a curtain. All right. Last time we left off, we saw Nohu standing on the surface of the world, and a clown, a dangerous clown, standing next to him.
Oh, I'm already spreading whatever survive from the whole adventure. I already like spread it in front of him, and I'm showing it like, oh, look at this! Like this was a parchment from a really really tall painting, and I couldn't like bring all of it, so I just like took like a roll. I made a roll out of it, and this is all that remains. It was really really pretty. Oh, who cares? Oh, and this little base, it had like a nice lady inside of it. It was all transparent, and it asked me to deliver it to, I think it was her husband or her son. Oh man, who cares?
Wow. Okay. I think the painting is probably worth a little bit less than it may have been. But
Oh, it's all part
That
of
was-
the adventure.
yes, the adventure. I had quite an adventure as well. So you just go collecting random things in magma chambers? Is that what I'm gathering?
Magma, frozen planets, sand, hypes, you name it, I go inside of it. Really, really deep.
Fair enough. Quite a spelunker, I see.
Oh yeah, one of the best. Everybody knows my name.
Yes. What was your name again?
Look at this book. It doesn't have a lot of the drawings. It's just a lot of wordings, and I don't know what it says.
Ayden,
But it looks
give
pretty.
Me, give me an aware
What kind of
roll
words
as
are
you
in
look at
that? Yes. 19.
19. As you stare at it, you recognize the writing is in Proto-Sil, something early Sil. And it happens to say something about the dangers of the Akirian tablet.
So this is actually speaking of the Akirian tablet dangers. Very ancient language. I don't know if you're familiar.
Akiria is a strange word in Sil. It seems to mean something akin to fabric of reality.
Oh, it's just some things about the fabric of reality and how everything's stitched together. Not too tremendous or anything. May I see that?
No, sorry, this is mine. Finders keepers, loser
That's
keepers.
fair. That's fair. You just hold on tight to that, okay? Don't let
I'm
it get
gonna
into the wrong
draw it.
hands. Man, that's
Drawing it.
pretty. So pretty.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
let's
I
get to
lost
this.
my big map a long time ago, and I'm trying to find something that will, supplant it.
Adequate substitute. Yes, just one of a kind. One in maybe the entirety of this Aether sphere, but it's cool. Draw your pictures. I try to take a mental note of it before he destroys it.
Well, technically, I don't have anything to write at this very moment, so I'll just keep it for when I get some ink.
Please hold on tight to it, okay? That would just keep it safe, keep it secret, keep it safe.
Oh, I like that. Sounds like a rhyme.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you see him
important.
tossing little bits of probably ancient and probably very expensive to the right people artifacts that have been half melted, damaged, and broken, shattered fragments and pieces just scattered across the ground as he's tossed some of these aside. It's like, oh, well, this one's broken. Toss it over his shoulder and shatters. And you're like, that. You remember that being inside of the royal chambers of Nyria?
I'm feeling a little anxious. I really hope we get off this surface soon. It was so good meeting you.
I mean, when I found them, they were like whole. So that's the important thing. When you find them.
Mm-hmm. Seems like you're quite the treasure collector and protector, aren't you?
You see a little badge on his side that says Executive Treasure Finder.
Oh yes.
Silver Shield Empire, like an official badge that
Official.
might have been made specifically for him.
Quite official. Do you have any of these artifacts that are intact still, by chance?
Let's find out. And I'll take out all of my knapsack and rustle.
Give me a high or low.
Hi.
So he brings out a vase that contains, inside the heart of it, a seed of power. Basically, it's like an electrical conduit, battery of some kind. As he lifts it and goes to hand it to you, you feel Abraxas off to the side just kind of steeple his fingers and look forward in anticipation of gaining some additional strength. And he says, here it is. And as you go to hand it to him, he drops it. And you see it shatter all over the ground and sparks just...
You are just the cutest thing, aren't you?
Well, I was handing it to you. It's technically your fault for not catching it.
It's definitely my fault. You're correct.
Really, you're not going to be a very good adventurer if you don't have nimble fingers. Catching things is like lesson 1.
Yeah, it's never. Nope, no adventuring for me.
The ship has parked itself in a very... Basically the only place that the Zephyr can land without causing damage to the hull or the chassis or the legs, the landing gear, or the actual, gangplank itself as they go and place it down. So the crew is there waiting and watching. And at this moment, Muriel kind of looks over to you. All right, Captain. So we're here, wherever here is. Are you sure this is the right place, Nova? That your mother would have gone?
Well, I mean, she's been everywhere. Yeah, I mean, probably. Actually, I don't know. Why do I know that? Was that in the letter?
On the letter, it described a research outpost, and she did happen to make the mistake of writing and then scribbling and erasing some of it, just because she thought for just a split second about having you come and then not.
She obviously wanted us to come.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's just pretending to be, responsible.
Oh no! I
arts.
accidentally spilled the beans. Oops.
So
I mean, no, wait, that was Australian. Where did that come from? Who's gonna do it? I'm not gonna do it anymore. Yes, this is where she's. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is there any other planets that vaguely resembles that name that we don't know of?
No, well, I mean, not in the Aether sphere.
Well then, I guess this is it. Is there any research? I mean, it doesn't really seem like a hospitable place, but maybe there's a research station or something, like an outpost somewhere.
I'm pretty sure that this place we melt on if we walk on it.
So we have here
Literally.
safe tech for each one of you. You see Muriel move over with a little backpack, starts handing it out. Who all's gonna go down to the ground?
I mean,
Birch raises her hand immediately.
wouldn't you burn as a plant?
Oh! Maybe we could put like little mister. You know the little mister that you have for your
It's
more
really
fragile
hot,
plants.
and I am feeling really parched. That is
We
true.
could put that inside of one of the safe tech suits. Cal, we could totally do that. I mean, your orchids would be fine for a little bit.
Wait.
I mean, your manly chest hair plants.
Chest hair plant. Yes, I mean we don't have orchids, but you know we have deadly, but very resilient plants in my chamber. That
Like
you know.
what? I know
They're
all
pink
about
and
plants. Which
purple,
one?
and some of them look like little hearts. Bleeding blood hearts of
Yes.
blood.
It looks like hearts, but that's so it can get you.
Right.
Shook you.
And then he looks at them
I'm pretty sure there are
menacingly,
no
and they
plants
just
that do
wither.
that.
Oh, it's probably in another planet that you've never seen.
I don't
You know what? Let's
It's
go
a
down.
hybrid.
Yes, let's go out.
No, are you an excessive variant? That doesn't sound like your little place that you grow plants at all.
It is totally though.
Oh, that's
So Kirpi walks over to you and in Skeen, which some of you understand, states, now make sure every one of you remains as hydrated as possible. This Aether is very dangerous because it's covered in fire and heat and the sun is like 5 feet away. Ow. So every one of you, take one of these. He hands you a little potion bottle.
thank you, Kirby. But I'm still a little. So why are we in this spot specifically? Are we just gonna walk in the entire planet until we come across?
Well, are we gonna pick up Nova and the other guy, or
except for
no,
that, yeah.
Nohu and the other guy? I was indisposed.
Are they within yelling distance?
They are at the moment. They're busy talking to each other, and you see like a bunch of stuff being shattered on the ground around them. A little arc of lightning just kind of, and you see Ayden standing there. The clown gets very sad and kind of angry at the same time.
Oh, sad clown.
Oi! Nohu! Oi!
No, give me an aware roll. See if you hear him. Oh, there is a bit of
can also
boiling
go get-
noises from the lava. There's a lot of steam. You're making a
And,
lot of.
and
clattering
while I
noises
know
yourself.
that's not her, that exasperated face on that clown is really reminding me of Kiara.
Yes, no. Unfortunately, that is not high enough to hear him shouting at you.
Do you want me to go get him? I can go get him.
You go,
Fine, I
Christy,
guess we
though.
can go.
Now look.
Let's go together.
Cupid says, standing there, please make sure you drink this first, and this will reduce your need for water for an
Okay,
hour.
so I have a question about this.
Yeah.
So I'm not familiar with your potion making, but I've had a friend who made potions before, and though there were things that it did that were cool, there were also very strange things that it did as well. So what is this? Are we going to turn into like a mole? I don't know. What?
Era
A
hands
balloon?
a now empty bottle back as the instant they were handed a drink. No questions, no concern, just downed it. It tastes pretty good. Thanks.
Oh yeah.
You see,
Kirby's got it.
Kirby puts his hands on his hips and looks at you and goes, look, I wasn't born yesterday. I am 3 years old, and I know that my potions work the way I intend them to, and only sometimes have weird effects.
Yeah, so
Nova's still
only
very
happened to
paranoid
50.
about getting indigestion. So.
Still.
How many times have it happened? Like 10 times or something? A problem happened out of like 22. So that's pretty good odds for me.
That's like, what is that, like 42% or something?
There's no way to know.
Yeah.
No, there is. That's math, though.
Now, out of
Math.
the ingredients provided by everybody here before, I have enough for 5 of these potions, and then you need to take your safe tech. Make sure you wear it upon the planet whenever there are gases nearby. I assume underground there will be many, because that is where gases tend to go, especially ones heavier than air.
Did Era? Did you have a question, or were you raising
No,
raising the
I
roof?
took the potions on one of 5, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look. Did anything peculiar happen to?
Era, give me a high or low.
Hi.
Yep, something happened.
Yes.
I'm looking.
Let's see. Era, as you're standing there and you look around, everything you look at, you feel in your mouth.
Oh
That's
no!
awkward.
Oh no!
Why are you like?
You see somebody's hand, you can taste the dirt under the fingernails and the
Just
little
like-
roughness on the skin. You stare
Era,
at the
Don't look at
flower.
Birch.
Just like, and just takes out like a random, takes out a little rag and just ties it around his eyes.
Around his
eyes.
So, all right, I'm ready to adventure.
All you can taste now is greasy old rag.
Why? Why is he? Is it okay? Can you keep it inside? If you're gonna puke out, it's the fire will burn it.
So you are technically blind. Damasan, thanks for the +1, by the way. You are now technically blinded. If you take that rag off, you're at +2 distractions for the scene.
Yeah.
So just so you're aware. So then Cupid looks over at you and just goes, I don't know
Nova
what
gives
that
like
was.
the mom look.
Well, bottoms up.
Glug, 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 glug. Give me high or low.
Hi.
What are you guys doing?
All right. You slug it down and you feel minty.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Tastes like candy. I like it. Which reminds me, when we got Ivan, I thought we were going to get a lot of rock candy, since, rock food.
Ivan
Never
from the
happened.
side leans out. That is stereotype. I do not follow stereotypes.
I'm sorry, Ivan. Didn't mean to be offensive. Just,
Nova takes some of the rock candy Ivan gave her earlier and hands it to Cal.
Oh, thank you.
Crunch, pop,
Oh.
fizz. A nice little sweet zing.
Oh, what a relief it is!
Birch will also drink the potion.
Glug. You swallow the potion. Birch, high or low?
Low.
Low. As you drink it, suddenly you feel like you don't have roots anymore.
Oh, that's
What does that mean? What am I looking at?
You haven't drank it yet.
No, I'm watching her.
She doesn't seem to have anything go wrong. Her skin takes on a little bit of a strange luster, but that's it.
It tastes nice. It seems safe.
real weird.
Your breath smells nice and minty.
We have different definitions of nice for taste, but that's okay.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Maybe you're tasting it in different timelines. Yeah? Like,
Hello,
not
Nova.
this version, but like another
Hi.
version.
You're gonna get there someday, and I'll be real
Get a
proud of
minty
you.
flavor,
Don't worry.
And that's it.
Is that
Don't worry.
peppermint? Spearmint?
Yep.
Wintermint?
A little bit. There's one left. Muriel looks over and goes,
I feel like it's fresh mint.
all
Just
right,
like
so
Ah,
who else are you bringing
Double
with you,
mint.
Captain?
What? Who else is coming?
You've got one more of these potions left, and we do have some pretty stand-up safe tech that we could provide him as well. But the regular emergency safe tech's only good for about 20 minutes, so I don't think that's going to work while you're exploring it.
Well, I think we should take Merritt, the security officer, right? I mean,
Merritt turns and looks over and goes, aye, aye. And he just comes and walks over, grabs a hold of the potion, and just plug, slugs it without even thinking.
Nova watches.
We'll see what happens.
oh no.
Okay, I'm rolling on the table now.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Merritt! I'm sorry!
He explodes, and that's the end. We ever no more security officer.
Well, I'm nervous about Merritt because clearly hiding elf ears behind that little cloak, and last time that happened in the Zephyr was not.
So,
no.
so Merritt's
I'm literally
standing
an
there.
elf.
Yes. Talk about other two elves.
Merritt's standing there just carrying his weaponry and takes this drink. And then you see his eyes go wide for a second, and you see his body start wobbling and flexing downwards a little, and then he kind of flops back up. Imagine, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you know, when the doc is kind of doing that
Oh,
flexy
when he
back and
gets
forth thing.
Flattened by the
Yeah,
thing.
kind of like that a little bit. And then he kind of stands there and he goes, okay. Strange.
That's weird.
It's not really. This happened all the time. I've told you about Patchy. That guy, every time he was doing something, he was turning into a balloon, or like weird spider things crawled out of his back, or like all sorts of really strange things.
What? That doesn't seem. Kirby, what did you do to Merritt?
I've made him work for this planet. I'm going. You see him just turn and walk inside.
No, Kirby, come back here! Ow! Can help Merritt?
He's so cute. He can walk away.
The door just closes.
So, we have now are going to go find Nohu with two strangers whom we just met onto an alien planet where there's a scary crying clown, and no one has any problems with this, right?
Oh no!
I mean, it
Great.
sounds perfectly normal.
Sarah said he knew me, so I just assumed he did.
Muriel turns and says, all right, so each one of you, I'm going to give you, she hands this little electronic device. Every one of you has a minuscule communication device. You can use that to send a message to us to come get you. We can't stay here an incredibly long time without potentially damaging some of these very sensitive and irreplaceable parts on this ship that we have no idea how to rebuild.
Come in, copy. Hello?
Yes, you can hear your voice kind of going over the radio and buzzing from the little earpiece that she's wearing.
They're too close together. They're making that weird sound. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yellow leather, yellow leather, yellow leather.
Yeah,
over and out.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow. So
New
she
York.
states, all right, so we're going to take ourselves up to orbit. Just call us when you need us to come down and we'll get you.
Sounds good. All right. Merritt, can you still come in that state?
You see him like grabbing his arms and moving them. He grabs a hold of one of his swords, and as he swings it, it kind of wobbles out a little bit and around. I think I can do. He puts his arm back and lifts one arm up in front of him, and then puts his arm straight up and down. He holds it very tight, and then pulls an arrow against his forearm, and pulls it back, and then fires an arrow off the boat.
Oh.
I'm very flexible now.
I don't think
well, that's useful. Let's go.
Does my arm
Mr.
do
Fantastic.
Only one way to find
Probably
out.
not.
Don't hurt yourself. Let's
I'm gonna try.
Arrow.
So everybody walks down off of the ship and heads down the gangplank. With the safe tech at hand, you don't necessarily have to put it on now. There is still an atmosphere here that will work. It's just a bit acrid. Kind of singes the lungs a little bit. But it's not deadly. You have 1 hour and the safe tech to protect yourself with. So use it as you will, sparingly. But at the first step off, you can feel an intense heat wave hit you. And it's like the wave is kind of buffered. It's almost like you're standing inside of a room and you can tell it's 1,000 degrees outside and there's just a small amount of cold air hitting you. So you are not immediately boiling off all of your own liquids thanks to Koopy's potion. And as you step down the gangplank and walk forward a little bit, at this point, Ayden, from where you're standing, you can see all of them like moving down and heading in a ragtag group towards you.
We're a perfectly normal, non-ragtag group. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What about this screams ragtag?
Just because I'm wearing a bunch of rags does not. That feels rude.
Shh. Calling us ragtags. I'll show you ragtag.
Well, apparently we're going to be on here, this planet, a bit longer, it would seem. Joy.
Howdy there.
A Braden? No.
A Braden.
Brybaxis?
Brybaxis.
You. Who are you?
I'm Era. We know each other. But
Why, you are familiar.
He's a being from outside of things.
That was very, very descriptive. Thank you.
So, Era, are we best friends with this fella as well? Like we are, apparently?
Cal, it's me.
Oh.
You're my friend. We're friends.
I recognize him.
Oh, right. I looked a bit different last time. Nova? No, yes?
Wait, but...
There's something about his eyes that you recognize, but that was basic. And maybe the bottom of his chin, now that you think about it.
Okay, so Nova's literally going to go up to him and, like, kind of move the chin side, the other side, and look. And then look at the Eternal hanging out next to him. Cal, you also can do the same thing, right? You can see Eternals?
This Eternal just looks like an amorphous shadow that vaguely has, like, some sort of dark winged legs.
There's something familiar about that chin and that amorphous shadow.
Oh,
this may help.
That shadow looks just scary to me, like some horror clicky.
So, I'm going to use magic briefly and just make the outline of Abraxas kind of around me.
Give me a magical roll. We'll see how you do.
All right.
Yeah.
24.
So as he's standing there, you see some dark energy twist out of the shadow into his hands, and then you see his face kind of resemble his old form a little bit. Little horns and nails and stuff out of his...
Oh! You tried to eat my ship! And then we became friends!
I restrained on eating your ship, yes.
Yes,
and we
that was very kind of you. That ship right
welcome.
there, it stands because of your restraint.
I mean,
You look
the
less
irony.
dead.
And
I
then we
am
killed-
less dead. I'm alive again.
Congratulations.
We killed the frog lady Syl together.
Well, we attempted and did very good job, but she's back and diminished again, but...
No, I used her horns. I stabbed her.
Time is a very confusing
You're not a rock
thing.
anymore. That's cool.
I made a horny toe joke. It was really super cool.
It was very, very epic, yes.
Yeah, it was...
No, it was funny. It was
great funny. We had a great laugh after it.
Okay, sounds funny. I mean...
It was
did you say something about a rock? What did you say?
Yeah, why don't you do like a stone?
Oh. This one knows things. Familiar.
Nova is also going to get very excited remembering that Nohu is right there.
Yes.
And whether he wants to or not, she's gonna like scoop him up and give him a big old like hug.
As you hug Nohu, scooping him
Regardless
up.
that he's naked, I didn't think about that, but
There's fragments of clothing, some upon his back that were still on fire as you hug him, and you see like fire starting ripping.
And this was a potion that supposedly grants eternal life. Oh well.
Honey,
he's killing me.
You're burning.
Again.
I'm burning. Are you saying I'm hot?
I mean,
No,
you
you
are
are.
too. But yes. I mean, both. You know.
Ayden looks around.
Oh, it's hot in here. It's you. Also, it's hot. And burning.
You're all vaguely familiar. I know a couple of you, but who are you? And I extend my hand out to Miss Birch.
My best guess is my name is Birch.
Birch, your best guess. Well, the last I checked, I'm Ayden. It's very nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
I haven't
Birch,
checked in a while.
give me a brains roll, Birch.
Okay. No.
Okay.
I have 3 aces. No, what am I doing? I have aces.
You got aces.
I
You
got
can use
aces
the
the
ace,
boss
sure.
gave me. There we go.
19. As you're standing there and you're talking to him, you look over to the side and something clicks. You literally feel a sensation of something in your head go tick. And there on the ground is a book. And you see, almost in black and white, a scene of someone holding this book and looking through the pages and reading it, and then tossing it aside. Something to do with treatises on the use and malpractice of use of the Akirian tablets.
I know what all of those. I know this book. Small red creature. Can I see your book?
His name is Nohu.
And he's
No.
very touchy about the book.
Can I see your book?
Don't forget on fire.
Small
creature, red on
fire Nohu. Can I see your book?
Birch, +1 on your next roll from 10.
80.
What do you want with it?
I really don't know. but something in my brain tells me I know it.
That sounds.
Do you ever get like a feeling
thing.
deep inside you that just you know something?
Yeah, but then I gotta poop and this feeling goes away.
Maybe.
But that sounds like adventurer talk. So sure, go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh, don't give it to the sad clown, I see. And you left it on the ground. I thought you were going to keep it secret and safe.
By the way, Red Iron, how's the adventuring going?
Red Iron.
Red Iron? That was the guy on another ship.
Wait, yeah, that's one of the past crew members.
No, no,
Well,
past
other
crew
ships.
member, future crew member, future me.
Right. Yes?
No, flip the
What?
book.
I am
Yeah.
confused.
Cal,
I
I have a
don't know.
headache.
Do you want to be called
That's
Red Iron now
only-
and want to take?
Well, not now. Later, after
I'm
I'm
pretty sure
done
he said
being
his name was
Nohu.
Fire No.
Era, as you
Yeah.
state
Nohu
that,
on
and he
fire.
indicates
Red
that
Fire Nohu.
he's future Nohu or future Red Iron. You hear your ghost state, "That's a 1 in 1,687,000 chance, but maybe."
I just remember being told that that's what they, and this is all out loud, are, and like makes that tracks for me. So I wasn't gonna question it, but okay, that's pretty low odds. But hey, you could be Red Iron.
I mean,
Down.
not now. I'm not. Maybe
No,
later.
of course
Hey
not.
guys, so
That'd be silly.
should we get to shelter?
I was about to ask. It's very, very hot, and this clown attire is not very protective.
It's
I don't
an
think the
interesting
sun, though.
choice for sure.
There is a small cave off to your right that seems to be part of the ruins entrance that you were looking for, Nova. Based on the calculations you had and on the latitude and
What are you
longitude of the
doing?
world.
I did calculate. Yeah, I could do
I
calculations.
didn't say you did it. The calculations
You were
done.
the one who brought up math before.
I did.
So
I know, which is me role playing because Shannon would never bring up math.
Thanks for the +1 last
Shannon
coffee
would
bean,
give-
by the way.
Just I'm thinking that the cave is where we should be going now.
May I ask what brings you to Zyther of all places?
So my mother, Alice McCree, you might recognize the hat if you ever knew her. Also, his mother too. We're dating, but that's not weird because it's not actually biologically related.
I'm adopted. I'm adopted.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm adopted. That he was a surrogate.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Yes.
Yeah, you got it backwards.
otherwise,
It's complicated.
Insidious.
Origins, I get it.
Anyway, but so it's fine. It's not weird. Anyways, so my mom, our mom disappeared into the Aether to go find something very dangerous and told us very, very specifically not to follow her, which meant very, very clearly that we were to follow her. So we are currently following her and we were trying to do it. And based on my calculations, this cave right here is somewhere where she might have gone.
I see. What in particular is she? Are you? Was she? What is on Zyther?
Some danger that she was trying to find.
It's
This
something
was very
that
dangerous.
her father,
Plenty of
Herschel, needed for an experiment he was trying to accomplish.
Oh.
What?
Hey,
I think Era knows, since Era knows everything apparently, and I'm very confused still about that. But yeah, what is it?
so while all of that was going on, Era's just gonna walk into the cave, and I would like to activate Deja Vu Existence. Is that what my quirk is called?
Deja vu existence.
Existence. There it is.
Only if you do it in like a weird stop frame and go, deja vu. Slider in the corner.
Slider on the corner. So what are you doing with this?
So, just, I mean, that whole thing, Era didn't quite find super relevant, but the cave seemed important, so is gonna try and remember what he has already experienced from the cave. Hopefully that is helpful.
Okay. Give me a magical roll and we'll see what or how far into the future you can see in this moment.
Totally. Hey.
20. Nice.
Good first roll. Good
So you
Fine.
see because this is only coming from your perspective, where you were at the moment when these kinds of things happened. You see yourself wandering the halls with the others. You see a whole lot of inane conversations. You see a whole lot of confusing conversations. You see a whole lot of people acting out weird attractions, but trying to mask it as bravado. You see a bunch of, kind of obliviousness and craziness, and you see Nohu trying to destroy things. But down inside of this place as well, you do recognize that there is a discarded bit of paper that seems to have been left behind from someone in a hurry that has some information about where or what was being sought after in this location by one Alice McCree.
How convenient.
Nova, I have a very important question.
Yeah.
Is it like a requirement that I date my sibling? Like, if I wanted to date someone, do I have to go try and find my brother? Is that how this works? Or
we're not related. That is weird.
Awkward.
But you
I
said
mean,
the same
would have we done a whole disclaimer if that was the case?
Yeah.
No, I'm just really confused because you said you have the same mother, and I just need to make sure if
No,
I
it's
want
the
to
same
eventually date someone, I don't have to find someone who has my same mother because
No,
I
don't
don't
do that. Don't. No. So it just.
I'm just gonna go to this corner. This got
So
awkward.
Cal was surrogated by my mom because he has two dads. One's an eternal or something, and then I was adopted because I'm an elf, which means I'm illegal.
Right.
But then we ended up getting together. It was different. See that tattoo on his eye, by the way? I should tell you a story about that.
I still don't know how that got there. Sinat especially doesn't know how that got there, but apparently I do have that now. It was a joke. It was the
Era, you're starting to see the inane conversation and the bravado kicking in right now.
Time for funsies, can I read Cal's surface thoughts?
You could attempt to, sure. Give me a magical roll.
Cool.
Need to make up thoughts now.
Oh, maybe
I always
not.
thought his surface thoughts were on the top of his mind. Give me a tough roll to resist the effect that Birch
No,
is
because he's
using.
a big fat liar. He's never honest. It's
Yes,
Yes, you.
Cal, you have to roll tough to resist the magical effect that Birch is using. Nope, you didn't. So you are reading Cal's surface thoughts. What are they, Cal?
Well, this got awkward. Let's go to the cave. Awkward. Let's go to the cave. What you talking about? Bravado, false bravado, man in the sky. Also, oh yeah, it is too hot in here, metaphorically and literally, because of Noah. And also, does Noah even want to come with us? Also, wait, we got now 4 new crew members. What are their jobs going to be? Let's go to the cave. Let's go to the cave.
It's very good to know that his mind moves as fast as his mouth.
yeah.
Let's go to the cave, everyone.
He was repeating that a lot.
So, Era, you've stepped into this cave using
Yeah.
your deja vu existence. Part of that is walking because you have a blindfold on, and as you walk around in this area, very dangerous objects around you and things like occasionally falling from the ceiling. You just remember where those are going to be and start like sidestepping them.
Why are you?
Walking
Why
along.
are you wearing that though?
You're about to step to lava.
Because sights taste bad.
Oh, so maybe Nova's like behind Era just in case it gets a little close, just like a little tap to kind of just move.
It is 100% like a Looney Tunes-esque of like just barely missing the lava and like
Mr.
you know,
Magoo style, walking in your sleep.
Is it Mr. Magoo? Yeah.
That's
Is
an old
anybody
reference.
else really stressed out right?
I'm great.
All right. So you all walk into the cave, which means we now have a map. And I will be putting all of you on the map. But first, why don't we roll initiative just so, we have initiative rolled. That's all we need that for.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I don't have plus 47 in my initiative. What the fuck is this?
That
I
you
hate
do
it.
not.
I am very distracted by Era's near-death experiences every 2 seconds.
Would I know this? Have I seen this side effect before? Since Kirby does potions for us all the time.
Not this particular one. Kirby has some benefits that they only have side effects half of the time. So they're not as common as what you might have seen previously.
experience previously?
Experience.
50% of the time
Magic.
works. 100% of the time.
Yes, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no who. All right, so I've got you all on the map now, and I've got it shared with you. Excellent. And we got numbers rolled. So we got a 9 from Nova. 20 from Birch. Not negative 20. 15 to Nohu.
Negative 20 would be impressive.
5
Honestly,
to Ayden.
Would that be a 1 though?
Negative 20?
Kind
Kind
to
of.
have a negative 21 modifier as well.
I mean,
Oh my god.
there are some things that can put you pretty close to that in this game.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good, thanks.
So we got 2 20s out there, and with Era with the higher base roll, that's meaning you're going to go before Birch? No, it's just going to make us do it in alphabetic order. All right, so Birch, you're up first at the back. If you wish to wait for anybody else to go and do things, let me know. So you step inside of a large stone tunnel, ancient
Secret tunnel.
ancient scaffolding and archways and things like that. In front of you, cracked stone, some of it that is glinting with light as some sort of heat is rising up from underneath of it. The carving that is upon it is unknown to you, but then again, you're not a stone crafter, you're not a stone mason, you're not a historian.
I'm made of plants, not stone.
You are made of plants, not stone. All you can tell in here is that it is not good living conditions. So you have the initiative. What do you do first?
I mean, I don't really know why we're in here. We were just told to go into the tunnel, and that's where I went. Can I glean anything more from this book that I had a weird epiphany from?
So you're going to sit and try to identify as much
I don't
as
know
you
what else
can
we're
with
doing in here besides watching Arrow almost die, so...
I mean, you can walk and read at the same time.
That's true. I could go all full Belle from Beauty and the Beast and just,
Exactly.
dance around a fountain and
accidentally
read to some
step
sheep.
into a lava
You
pool.
want much more than this
Yeah.
provincial life.
I do.
Give me a brains roll as you
What?
attempt
I
to
don't.
read more of the book.
Apparently, to become a weird shut-in in a crazy castle.
All right, with an 11, the most...
Sorry, 12, because
12.
Temp gave me the +1.
Right, there's the 12 because of temps plus 1. With the 12, the most that you can get out of it is that this book has been mostly burned and damaged. The pages themselves seem to have images floating to the surface of them on occasion, but whatever magic or technology or what have you that has made this book react this way is very quickly ceasing to exist. You get a couple more details in there, something along the lines of methods by which to use the tablet to create a device that is considered incredibly stupid to make. Whoever wrote this book believes that anybody who has created that thing or who has followed the instructions on it is a madman.
Okay.
Something about some sort of incredibly powerful weapon.
All right, once I finish reading it, I'm going to give it back to Nohu because I'm responsible and it's Fire Nohu's book.
As Birch turns
Just
and
that-
hands you back the remnants of the book, it kind of crumples a little bit, and the spine drops a bunch of the sheaths out that just spill across the floor.
Don't worry,
Ah.
it's all in here. Mine like a steel trap.
Sorry, what?
Be right.
I stopped carrying like 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna bury it.
Oh.
You say bury it or burn it?
Bury it.
Okay, so he grabs a hold of the book and the pages and then just digs a hole, stuffs it in there, and covers it up.
May somebody else find you.
Do you want to put like a little marker down? We could put like a little stuff
No,
someone else
no,
can write.
don't. Just let
You
it
can put
be.
the two sticks
lost.
together.
There we go.
Era,
Yes.
you're up next, and with your ability running for this scene, I'm going to give you some advantages when it comes to avoiding traps and pitfalls on your rolls, that kind of thing.
Incredible. And so what Era would also, I would also like to do is use Eternal Eyes so that I can see not through my eyes, which are messed up, but through a different version of me's eyes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't like the way
turn
that was
on
phrased.
your eternal eyes, borrowing the vision of your passenger, your ghost. And as you're staring at everything, suddenly you taste everything in the room, in the walls, in the ceiling, through the mask. Everything all at once hits you. Give me a tough roll or be overwhelmed.
Yeah, 100%. No, we're done. No, this is okay.
Era,
Thank you. Goodbye.
as 10 million tastes flood your senses at once, your mind can't handle it, and suddenly Era just like grabs his head,
Uh-oh.
starts mumbling. For the next 2 rounds, you're at 10 distractions, Era.
Now, I don't want to be like that person or a rules lawyer or anything, but don't Bodgies get emotional with stuff like that?
They do.
Baji sure do.
Just being honest.
He's not actually a budgie.
It's just... Oh.
Hey.
Oh. Okay, so that's good. We're fine.
Like Nova gets ready for the Baji outcry and nothing happens.
Yeah. So
Way to emotionally regulate yourself, Era.
Era's just gonna the only last thing they're gonna be able to do on their turn is just point the direction they know everyone needs to go and continue just.
All right, give me an aware roll and we'll see if you're able to point in the right direction.
Okay, so let's do that.
At -10.
So you get a 5, and I'm gonna say, do you point in the direction they need to go to find the object that Nova's mother has dropped in her hurry, or do you point out the trap you saw for a split second that you now no longer see? All right, direction they need to go. You point in a direction. You're sure you pointed in the right direction. Next up, Nohu.
This is why you don't take the lead as a novice adventurer. Let's go ahead. Let's take the lead at the moment. Where did he point to?
He pointed at the wall.
Like north
The
wall,
north wall, yes.
No, you're wrong. Yes, it isn't like over here. Maybe like over here, and I'll start moving with my wings.
All right, you fly off to the right. We're gonna do 1 move action for each one of you as we move on. As you go through the archway and you land, do you land or are you just trying to hover there?
I'm just hovering at the moment.
Okay, give me an agile roll. It's a small space to hover in. Your wings aren't that large, being a kobold, but we'll still make sure that you can do so fine. That is perfect. So you just kind of float into that room and just kind of hover there looking around. You can see that there's a door to your left and your right in the chamber. It's quite dark further on in, and there is another archway in front of you. As you have flown through, give me a aware roll, and we'll see if you see something. You do not. Okay. Nova, you're up.
All clear.
So, Nohu flies into the room a little bit, hovers above the ground, tells you it's all clear. You see him just kind of floating there in front of you. Era's standing there pointing at the wall.
I totally didn't even ask, can I fly?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
You have
Nova's had wings for like a month and was like, wait a minute.
You have 5-foot wings, so it's not like it's easy to do it in an enclosed space, but you can attempt to.
I don't want to fly right now. I was just wondering if I could. I don't know what to do. Clear there's a wall, and know who's doing what?
Know who's hovering in the middle of the room up ahead of you, just past the first arch, and just saying, it's all clear.
Okay. Can I look around and see if I can see? I'll just like a perception, just look around and see if I can see anything interesting before I move. Because nobody's moving. I'll probably wait for Cal to move anyway.
Give me an awareness roll. Aware roll.
Oh, he's so cute, though.
So you start looking around, and then you see Cal standing there in one of those moments where he's oblivious. He's not aware that you're watching him, and he's doing something cute, and you can't look away.
Aww, he thinks he's being macho.
So you don't see anything else. Do you pull yourself out of your reverie long enough to continue moving, or is that it?
Yeah, I'll hold. Can I hold the rest of it?
Yeah, you can wait.
Move?
Do you want to wait to go on the same turn as someone else?
Yeah.
Below you've got Cal and Ayden. So which one do you want to wait for?
Cal.
Okay. So you wait for a second, Cal. You are up. You turn as you're kind of staring at things and looking at the crew, and you notice Nova just staring at you.
Didn't hold the breath thing again.
I was timing myself. But yeah, sorry. Yes, voice in the sky.
Oh, I said that as you turn and you come out of your reverie as well, you notice that Nova's standing there, like, staring at you.
I'm just gonna... I'm gonna be a leader and start walking while being very attentive about possible dangers. Yes.
All right, so give me an aware roll as you go marching forward.
All right. Sparrows and honorary members who we will figure out the roles
friends.
you'll play soon.
Sparrows and friends.
And friends, fine, yes. Sparrows and friends, let's go!
All right, you don't see anything out of the ordinary, and you proceed to start walking. Oh, you're AC. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Look,
and you
I am being very compassionate by leading the charge because I am, if I don't want anyone else to get hurt. But
you say leading the charge, but know who's ahead of you.
But he's flying up, spotting it. Like Cal's protecting us on the ground.
Yes, and I don't want to, and Nohu. I don't want to, ruin Nohu's, vibes of hey. I'm helping us, and Nohu is doing his thing, and I'm not trying to not prevent Nohu from doing the thing. Yeah, exactly. It's
taking into consideration everyone.
Yes,
compassionately.
I don't think this one works for compassion right now.
What do you mean it doesn't work? I'm just fine. I'll just walk then. Wow, this is the first time I lost.
You go and you march into the room, and you end up finding yourself a little bit behind Nohu. At the same time, Nova's going. So are you going to just follow him, or are you going to do something else?
I'll still follow him. Obviously, like, he did a thing and, like, kind of tripped a little and didn't succeed as much. But I'm going to ignore it and be supportive.
Okay.
And just walk at the pace.
So the two of you just walk side by side, moving further into the tunnel. Ayden, you see all of these crazies doing what they're doing. Birch standing there, kind of looking down at the book that was buried, and seeing Nohu fly off, where everybody else starts marching forward. What do you do?
I want to undig the book, but I won't. Am I familiar with this particular cavern?
Give me a brains roll. Let's see if you can remember anything from 3,000 years ago.
See. No.
No. There were a huge... there was a lot of complexes out here. There was a whole bunch of different buildings that served various different purposes way back when. And you'd only been interred in one of them. Most of your work was done on Rulo way back when.
All right, well then I am going to activate Eternal Eyes and move up to the rest of the group.
So you activate Eternal Eyes, seeing everything through the walls, what Arrow was attempting to do. As you draw that power out from your friend, you can see lines, wiring, a whole bunch of machinery going through the walls all around you, over and through these arches. You can see in the arches there's some sort of devices. So do you keep walking past the arch, or do you want to stop in front of it?
Well, does it look like there's something that's crazy about it?
Mentioning it.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop before the arch and say, we need to be very careful where we step. There is a lot of tomfoolery going on here.
So as you look
Tomfoolery.
give me another brains roll to see if you can identify what that object is. You don't know. The thing that's strange about this, is, you remember a bit of how society worked from where you came from. Whatever this is, it's a technology you don't recognize. It's not magical, it's something else.
There's an unfamiliar technology in here. We need to tread lightly, once again.
Unfamiliar technology?
Yes. Not magic, not Syl, not anything I have ever seen. And I have seen a lot.
It's probably like a toaster or something.
Birch, you're up. The two newbies have stayed way behind everybody right at the entrance.
I'm gonna stop by Ayden, and then he made me aware of tomfoolery that I would like to try and figure out if I know what this tomfoolery is.
So you look up
Who
at
is
it.
this tomfoolery person?
give
Who
me
is
a-
this tomfoolery of which you speak?
Show yourself, Tom.
Give me some brains roll and see if you can identify anything about this stuff in the ceiling.
Nice.
With a 19, the only thing that you can tell is that this is some sort of scanning technology. You don't know why you know that.
Interesting. So friends who have gone already through this arch, you have been scanned for some reason, and I don't quite know why, but it scans when you walk through, so maybe we should go above.
I don't
If we
think
don't
any of
want
us
to
have actually walked through it.
It looks like you and Cal have.
You, Cal,
And
and Nohu have all gone through the arch.
I mean,
I don't really know what that means.
oh
but
my
maybe.
god, Cal disappeared! He was here a
Maybe.
second ago and we
He's
were
deleted.
he's gone.
Shit. But maybe
Shit.
the three of us who are not through yet should go above and not get scanned because I don't know what the scan.
Vera, the little bits of future that you
Scans for
foretell
calms.
don't seem to show that this arch has any problem.
This fine. It's fine.
Do you want like a mint or something?
No more flavor.
Is Tom dead to you?
No more flavor.
No more
Did
flavors.
Tom do this to you?
Maybe.
Damn it, Tom, with your foolery!
Tom with your foolery.
So, okay. So, looking at the arch, I guess probably not our turn or whatever, but like, are there any, just like on a quick glance, did anything light up or like any runes appear or like, oh god, thank goodness Cal is back! We thought you scanned away and disappeared through the arches that have apparently scanned us.
Yeah,
I'll
you
have
missed it.
you-
It scans you.
I'll have
when
you
you
give me an
walk through, which
aware
you've already
roll, Nova. Give me an aware roll to see if you can determine anything about that.
I'm
Nope,
gonna
you don't see
use
anything out of the
an
ordinary.
Ace.
Okay.
Oof.
Nope. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It just seems like old machinery.
I mean,
Doesn't do
looking at this is very courageous right now. I'm just kidding.
anything. Okay, so
Those rocks are scary.
They are. Arches are, structurally sound in an engineering way
also-
that goes back thousands of years. That's
I
intimidating.
also don't think Ty read the part of Nova's backstory where she, was in a cave-in, which really scared her. So facing her rocks is really, it's really courageous.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring that up because,
I read
don't
Nova's
wanna play
backstory that
card.
had to deal with the rocks.
The wound is still fresh.
Thank you for advocating. for
Rocks
me.
fall, you all die. So at
Nova,
this
watch
point, we're gonna move on to Era. Era, you're still distracted at the moment. If you turn off your eternal eyes, you will potentially come out of this next round. But if you don't, you'll be stuck in it till the
Yeah,
scene is over.
That sure would be smarter than. But the solution that first came to my head, which means is the one I'm going to do, is I'm going to just roll, and as I roll, I want to activate the open door and just go into the Eternal Realm where I don't think things have taste.
Everything has tastes.
Well, at least it's going to be more homogenous.
All right.
Energy.
So you activate
So-
the open door, and upon slipping through this realm into the next, you immediately, first off, fall 10 feet. Because the floor in the Eternal Realm doesn't exist in this area. You also find that the entire chamber is on fire. This world is filled with fire aether to the point of everything being ablaze. And you can see that there is this ghostly presence of the rest of the halls nearby. And all you can taste is the sensation of your mouth burning.
I mean, honestly, that sounds better than having like hundreds of flavors assail you at once. So this is an upgrade. Also, I just want for everyone else, what you just see, as I imagine, air just starts to roll over, and then like almost like a flash animation slowly just turns into another one of those outlines, and then until there's just like that kind of like weird outline, and then it's all gone of Era.
Because I have through the looking glass, do I understand what just happened?
You did see him slip into the Eternal Realm and cease to exist in this one, yes.
Should we go after him? Anybody?
And yeah, I will then try to turn off my eye thing and just keep walking forward towards where we need to go.
Wouldn't I recognize that as well? The open door thing?
You don't have it anymore.
I have it in my character sheet.
Do you have the? Oh yeah, you're in Cadus. I forgot. Yes, you do have that. So you do recognize he just tripped and went into the Eternal Realm.
Oh.
Era disappeared.
All right, so
know what's going on.
So, yeah, I guess
Era
I'll
starts
move.
traveling in the direction that they need to head. As you do so, Era, you start recognizing something that looks a little bit like a rainbow prism that starts to appear just as you walk closer to it. That seems to be encasing parts of this building. As you get near them, they withstand your physical presence to the point where you can't pass beyond them.
Ooh, fun. Where does that start? Like on the map wise?
It starts roughly at the second arch on the map side. On the map wise.
Okay, very cool. Well, and we can move like 5 or 6 anyway. So what is? Oh, 6. Look at me.
Yep.
So speedy. Well, that's as far as I can get anyway. So I will stand there and just kind of like keep poking at it and like pull out like random objects and like see if they interact with the barrier or anything.
Doesn't seem to. As a matter of fact, your eternal eyes can't even see what's on the other side. It just seems like you're looking through it and there's a blank, hazy space, but there's nothing there. As you kind of tap on it and whatnot, and then you fade back into reality and you snap back into the real, suddenly you taste everything again.
Well, I turned off my eternal eyes though, so it's just like
Okay.
the one thing I'm looking at, right?
Yes. So in this case, you're
cool.
tasting the slate of the floor.
Yeah.
The nice, dry, kind of dusty, a little bit toasted.
Fire is spicy.
And then you get the flavor of loam. Something that was stuck on a shoe that's not that old.
What's your obsession with loam today?
I know.
I'm just using it.
So much loam.
All the loam.
Loam everywhere.
Loam.
Sometimes
It's
I
all
get
been-
stuck on words. Give me a break.
It's all
I'm
been
tired.
loam the whole time.
It's always
It's
been
always loam. Loam as far as the eye can see. So that is Aether Nohu. You are up. So all of these individuals have kind of crowded around this arch, kind of made a big fuss about it. Aaron disappeared, and you hear them suddenly behind you. What do you do?
Be careful. Got it. Crash through the door. Keep on moving forward.
All right, so you fly over to the door. Give me a strong roll as you attempt to break through it. Bang! It shatters inward. The old stone and wood that it was there, little metal fragments kind of ting, 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 all around the room. And yeah, at that point, you hear something. You're not sure what? Give me an aware roll. You hear an old warbling noise from somewhere further within the complex.
Is it any more? Like, can I go any more to the north, or is it like a wall? Because the map doesn't.
You can't
I don't really-
see it because it's too dark. If you wanted to use something for light, I could change that. Hello, Raiders!
Oh.
Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you being here. We are just wrapping up tonight's events with some craziness.
I'll have to use my eternal gaze then to give
Suddenly-
me perfect sight.
Eternal Gaze comes on 3 characters with Eternal Sight. Let me go ahead and give
Am
you
I the only one who can't see Eternals?
Yeah.
Nova would be happy to describe them all to you in exact detail.
Birch doesn't even know what an Eternal is. So if someone tries to explain it, she's gonna be like, alright, cool. I believe you fully.
Sure.
Right, I need to do this from here.
Eternals.
One moment, please, as
Yeah,
I
but I'm
add
the
the
only one
light
in this
to each
entire
one.
crew who can't see Eternals.
It's not.
I feel like I'm missing out.
It's not
It's okay.
eternal.
They're mostly assholes anyway.
That's fair.
All right, both of you have that on right now, and so does.
I'd rather
Rick.
talk to Plant.
There we go.
So show. I can't talk to
Except for
plants.
So you should be
The
able to
plants
see
on my OCnuses are kind of assholes too.
a
So.
little better now. Is that correct, there, Nohu?
Yeah, I can see.
Down the hallway, all you can see is mostly stone and lava and things like that through the wall to the north of you. Around the side, you see different chambers and whatnot. Directly ahead of you, there is a staircase that leads upstairs into another small chamber, and there's a whole bunch of ancient beds. Looks like some of them have stains on them. You're not entirely certain what those stains might be, but there's a generally coppery kind of odor mixed with the sulfur in the air. And after busting through that door, you're starting to get a very distinct sour tang as you breathe that you can taste.
Ah, smells like adventure. Excuse me, we are carefully trying to raid this complex, so we will appreciate. I'll try to move how much movement I have left. We would appreciate that whatever monsters, creatures, or treasures you may have around to be laid about in the easy manner to be, ransacked, or however your preference is for being raided. Thank you.
So you shout that off into the distance to call out anything that might be coming to you. Nova, you are up now. Obviously, there's a very loud bang followed by a kobold going through the door to the north end of the room, and then some sort of strange noise in the distance.
Does the strange noise is anything? Does it resemble anything? Do I know what it is?
Give me a brains roll.
Okay, fine.
12. It resembles.
Would 13 help?
It poorly resembles. A 13 would get you a little bit more information.
I will use my 13 or my +1 from the beginning.
Okay.
From Mac Chapel.
So it poorly resembles the alarm system used at the university, but it sounds dead, like broken or not working exactly right.
So it's like electric, like it doesn't sound like an animal.
No, sounds like mechanical noise of some kind.
I don't know. Does that sounds like a really messed up version of that alarm at the university? Did we trip an alarm?
Uh-oh. Did that fella that Nohu screaming inform people that we're here? That shouldn't be informed.
Yeah, but that always happens, so no big deal.
And at least he was being considerate for their needs on being raided.
Era, give me a magical roll.
I am just. This is gonna be difficult.
Oh.
Nope, not right now because you're too distracted.
It should be a 10, but yeah, that's still pretty bad.
Cal, which way do you? What should we follow Nohu or go forward, or go back?
Well, if you go back, you might be double scanned.
I mean,
oh, that's true. I don't
when it's my turn, I might do the open door to see if there's a direction we should clearly be heading in, since that will help me see things. I'm assuming. Yeah?
If Era told you that it wouldn't, you wouldn't know that it wouldn't, but you haven't done it yet, and he hasn't said anything.
So should I just go? What do you think? I don't know. You're the one with managerial skills.
Yes. I mean, I think we should go.
There's no place like Loam.
That direction. Let's go forward.
When in Loam.
Go forward, he says.
Wait, actually, no. Let's follow Nohu. That direction. He knows what he's doing.
Okay. I will trust you 100%, and I will go follow Nohu.
Thank you. And also, since I did snap decision, instant decision, I get 2 free aces now.
On that decision, yes. So if
if
I make you make a roll
in that direction, I get 2 aces. Anything happens there.
That's not how that works.
I mean, I'm going first, so if there's some weird, horrible thing, it's going to happen to me, but that's fine.
Yeah, you made Nova go there. It's
not make me.
Well, we know that you follow Cal blindly. I mean, come on.
Nova follows almost anyone blindly and just bitches and complains when people are assholes, but she still does it. Always has.
Right. So you head up to the north end there through the door following after, and end up behind Nohu at this point in time. You see something that looks like maybe a medical... Wait a second. Staring at all this and knowing who was coming here and who your mother was chasing down gives you some real tingly sensations. Not good ones. Herschel McCree was known for experimenting on biological and mechanical beings and merging them together into chimera. And all of these beds seem to be covered in various strange stains, many of which resemble blood.
Nohu, I'm going to ask you something that's going to be really, really difficult for you, but I need you to do it for me, okay? Don't lick anything in here.
Oh, well, don't you just ask me not to breathe then? That would be easier.
I promise you, outside of this room, you can lick whatever you want, but don't lick in here. I have a butterscotch.
Gimme.
Unwrap it and put it on this tongue.
All right, so that's Nova's turn. Cal, you've let Nova know heading up there is a good idea. Do you follow along as well?
I mean, yeah. What kind of a leader would I be if I?
That's an asshole move. You go there, see what happens.
Yeah, seriously, I go that direction.
All right, you start heading in this small corridor as well, together with them. Ayden, what do you do from this moment?
Do I dare put my finger through it? Yeah, I can't. Is there an up and over above this arch?
There's not. This goes all the way to the ceiling. I mean, there is a small crack near the top where some of the damage caused by this world melting has happened.
Oh, at times like this, I wish I could turn into a shade still. I'm gonna very cautiously put my hand through the arch and see if anything happens.
I feel like you can't just brush the fact you said you can turn into a shade. I feel like that's not something we should be brushing past.
Well, I used to just be a shade, too, for a while. It was interesting.
All right, Ayden, give me an aware roll to see if you see anything happen as you do this.
But I'm scared.
I'm also scared.
You can't tell. And you walk through.
We're at the end of the episode. I'm using my damn ace. Damn it.
There you go.
Damn it.
Everybody's
Come on.
failures constantly. With a 12, you can't tell.
Poopy.
If I was paying really close attention to Ayden walking through, would I be able to make a roll to see if
Go
I
ahead. You can make a
Cool.
roll as well.
Please.
What is it, aware?
Yes, it's aware.
I only have a +1 to it, so it's not going to be that great. Oh, 19.
19. As he walks through, you don't see any discernible change. You believe that whatever device was in this arch is deactivated.
Oh, it's broken. We're okay.
All of those rolls for that one.
So,
Peace of mind is worth a lot, okay?
Honestly, as an anxious person, I understand the need to quadruple check.
Of course.
So just cross through and go join the rest in this creepy cavern of creepy beds.
Narrow
Join
hallway.
us in our creepy cavern, Ayden.
Yeah, and your tight tube.
In the tight tube. We were all up in your
jeez.
crack last season.
I know.
So come on in.
Tubes and cracks. Let's
Tubes
go.
and- all
Fine.
Birch, you're up. You're at the other end of this thing.
Oh, I'll hold my
this is-
action thing.
You used it to walk. I said we're using one move action right now.
Oh, right.
Until
If
more
there's no
happens.
discernible
I
change,
enjoyed that sass, though.
I guess I'm going to walk this way and go with our friends.
All right, so you start heading with the friends leading up the rear with only Era left. Era, the sand taste, the dirt and whatnot is all you have there now, as this is as you no longer have your eternal eyes going. You're back to normal. Give me another magical roll, please.
I would love to. No, we're gonna ace that one. Hiya!
Nice.
Here we go.
16. It's at that moment that your ghost says, "Oh, this is the one where they woke the worm."
Oh! Everyone is the worm one! That was gonna bug me forever! That's so great, I finally remembered. Alright.
As Era says that, the ground shakes around all of you. A bit of dust falls out of the
I am
ceiling.
inherently anti-worm.
Is it WYRM or WORM?
We can ask.
And that
shit.
is where tonight's episode comes to a close. Thank you very much for watching, Wraithe. Hope you've enjoyed it. We will be back next week with episode number 2, and we'll be seeing what comes next in this place.
Wow. The
So,
worm one, it's like a high likelihood of we all die, so this is exciting.
Get out of here, Era.
get out of here, Era. So we're gonna go around the table and give us your socials, give us your where can we find yous, details, whatever, and either what you enjoyed about tonight's episode or what you most look forward to in the future. So we will start at random as usual, and the first one we're gonna go to is randomly Steven. You're randomly first.
Just me this season?
Yes, just you this season. It's your turn. All right, so
Yeah.
give us your stuff.
Hi everyone, again I am Steven, also known as El Deviant Devil. Besides some freelance work that I'm doing around the internet, you can mainly just catch me here on Thursdays for this game, and on the off Thursdays for Misguided Souls, so I guess Thursdays are my day right now. Favorite part of this episode, probably watching Nohu just destroy so many things that I love so much, that had so much value and could have solved so many problems in the Aether sphere, but hey! It's better shattered on the floor or burned, I guess.
Absolutely.
Imagine how many times Nohu could have solved world hunger at this point.
I'm telling you, like, so many times. So many things.
18 and a half times. So, moving right along to Nohu. Strat, you're up.
Hello everybody, I'm Stratfall playing as Nohu. Likewise, you can find me almost every Thursday in here at this lovely time. Otherwise, I simply, on every other episode that happens, I'll just hang out in the chat as well. So please stay with us for as long as you're able, and thank you for your watch time. And as for the my favorite time or part of the game for tonight, I have to say that Sinan's and Shannon's calls and Nova's, not Nova's interactions are always at light. Just a complete bundle of chaos and talking over each other, and yet somehow it all makes sense in the end.
Well,
You're so sweet.
that was very nice. And moving on from there to Sinan, your turn.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sinan, and you can find me here almost every Thursday, like Strat, playing this. It's pretty much all the streaming I do, because I love ANS, Aether and Steamworks so much that that's the only thing that I would spend my stream time to. Yes, Ty, I love you that much. And other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. And favorite bit. Just seeing Era, just the confusion of Era, and how just I am confused and scared, and I don't know what's happening. Also, the mandatory weekly strat, complimenting, also roasting at the same time. I live for that. It means I succeeded. And this time it was not about how loud I am, so I'm happy. I think I succeeded in something. I diversified it.
Well, there you go.
I think he was just saying we're both loud and obnoxious at the same time.
But not just me.
No, I didn't have to lower anyone's volume this time. Keep it up.
Yay!
Oh, goodness. All right, moving from there to Shannon.
Yes, Shannon Nova also here on Thursdays. I think eventually Steven and I will be doing Roll Charisma again on Tuesdays, but when, if ever, life ever is not driving, yeah.
If it'll just stop coming so hard,
Just
yes, I
for a
get it.
minute. Yeah, just, I'm sorry, stop doing what now?
What?
Say it again for your OnlyFans.
Coming so hard.
So hard.
Life is
life,
so hard and you
jeez.
come so much.
So hard.
Life.
I want to visit
Oh my
Roll
god.
Charisma again now.
Oh, just gonna go back to me.
So anywho, yeah, my favorite part was just now. No, that was fun. I loved getting to know everyone's characters. Not to cop out, but everyone is doing really great. Like, I'm really excited. I love that. I love that Era and Birch are just like the total opposites of the last characters that you guys, both of you, played. Like, you're both like, yeah, okay, let's just go do the thing, you know, instead of like, I'm broody and I don't know and I have a dark past. It's like, oh yeah, okay, let's do it. I love it. You guys are so cute.
To be fair, I might have a dark past. I don't fucking know.
You might, but you know what? Like, I mean, yeah, it's not you're still chipper, and I appreciate it. Also, yeah, I'm just excited, and also these glasses. I just realized, from when I put them on earlier, they make my eyeballs giant.
Yep, they do. They give you big eyeballs.
That's good.
You see the blink. All right, and moving on from there to Anna.
Hi everyone, I'm Anna, also known as Sanctum Cosplays, also known as Birch. It was really fun to play a bean. I missed and she's not even an anxiety bean. She's just a bean. God, this was great. All of this was just, it's really superficial, but I enjoy the return of Guyliner Sinan. That is really superficial, but I really do appreciate the return of Guyliner Sinan. So there is that. You can see Instagram, Twitter, Sanctum Cosplays. I also run Roll for Chaos's Instagram that I've been more active on now that the holidays are done. I'm finishing up our cast intros with the rest of the Delinquents crew. I think I have like 3 tomorrow. I'll have to double check. But yeah, check us out on Instagram. I'm excited. This is fun.
I'm excited as well. Everybody here has got such amazing characters, and I love all of you. All right, speaking of people I love, Rob, your turn.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Robbie Rowling. I was Era today. As far as favorite parts, I mean, speaking of incredible characters, Ty, want to give you a shout for setting up all these lovely NPCs who are really cute and good looking and also just interesting. And just this character is a lot of yes-anding required and a bit of chaos, so I appreciate, but you can always tell me no or pull me back. You can tell me to stop and I will stop, but it just gotta give it up for a great first episode to you lovely human. And yeah, if you want to see me do more things, then obviously Delinquents does premiere tomorrow, right? It's not.
Yes. Delinquents is tomorrow.
So obviously you're going to see the premiere of Delinquents tomorrow, and then because we've got you covered, Saturday will be the return after a little holiday hiatus to the Unremarkables, our the Next Generation game, which should be a ton of fun. So come on down for those things. Other than that, you can basically find me in our Discord, which you should join, and that's me.
Absolutely should join our Discord and show up to all of our other shows and hang out and chill if you like TTRPGs and having a good time, and some very dedicated individuals
Many
who are...
Our Delinquents are in chat currently.
That's true. Such amazing
Cosmic
people as well.
and McSherry and Mac Jackal Ranger was in there earlier.
Yup, and they'll be back tomorrow, so come watch them, come check them out. Like I said, if you like TTRPGs, this crew, these groups are amazing at it. It's also a lot of fun all the time, and we'd love to have you around and chatting and being part of it. I am Not Even Star. I'm Ty. I created the game that we're currently playing, Aether and Steamworks, which we play today and tomorrow. And then, of course, we have Masks the weekend and Monster Hearts that we play on every third Thursday. Look forward to some more games that might show up sometime in the future, and one-shots and all kinds of other stuff. So thank you very much for watching today. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. Have a great day, have a great evening, and good night, everybody.